Ok.
Season, but they've never been eliminated. Zen has never lost an event. He's 5 for 5. Vitality with Zen are 5 for 5. And it's, you know, not the team that we were talking about coming into this weekend. Gentlemates were that, you know, we're calling them leftovers, which I feel does do them a disservice because they're not a leftover squad. They did choose to team with each other from early on in the off season, but they are the extra players, the players that were last to announce.
They're leftovers from a 5-star restaurant. Like, it's still high quality that we're working with over here. Yeah, I mean, it's a very quick way of getting rid of that. You go and win this. You're not talked about like leftovers anyway. You're the team that eliminated Vitality.
Oh.
Now the ball left. What a stop from Alpha.
I love the fake on the initial setup there from Seiko. You know, Vitality were scared of his double tap there. Seiko needs to be that player today, I think, for Gentlemates. He needs to cause problems for the opposition. He needs to create those opportunities for Itachi, one of the best finishers in the entire world. Seiko looking for the double tap Alpha with the effortless catch in the backboard to send him free. But yeah, so far I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Seiko. He's very active and he does look dangerous on the ball.
What we saw earlier on in our pre-show as well as how well Vitality were kind of reading the plays and pre-jumping. That's something that the left... Oh, almost went for that one. Oh my goodness. It's something that Gentlemates managed to get a little bit too far into that narrative. That's gone over the top. It's at the crossbar. Seiko in and out save, and Itachi will clear it long. But they need to make sure that those pre-jumps are not something available. They've got to get Vitality second-guessing them. And that will slow Vitality up a lot.
Yeah, Zen's read a couple plays back-to-back now, shutting down Gentlemates at one end and immediately transitioning to an offensive threat at the other. That's the danger man. He always has been. I feel like he always will be. The scariest player on the ball at the tail end of last season. Corner wall double from Juicy itself to post. Oh my goodness, I think that was a surprise to Alpha how close that was to the net. Seiko nearly got in before the defender could get the ball clear. Gentlemate's giving Vitality a lot to think about game one.
Yeah, those plays are so dangerous as well. If you do see players trying to dive forward to get a demo, and Seiko narrowly able to jump just in time. Now we go to the opposite side. Itachi bullying Alpha! And Alpha is just too strong!
Well, Alpha had to shrug off the physical play, and then he had to really quickly jump up to save the shot. It's not the best clear by Juicy. It's pounced on by Zen. Alpha's able to recycle and recover well on the ceiling after being again. Alpha just resilient to all the physical plays, including the one of Résolution, his teammate.
Listen, Résolution's a bit of a wild card on occasion and have him no other way. Now Zen, flip reset, backboard. Seiko didn't get contact! What? And you have to get to that ball, or Résolution will make it 1-0.
Oh, Zen with a huge flip reset to the backboard. Résolution placing it underneath Itachi. It looked like Itachi would have a piece of this. He was expecting Résolution to shoot high. Résolution uses the underside of the card to shoot it beneath him.
Merde, leur explosion de but, elle est belle. J'avais pas vu.
Trying to add to it. Reset gained. Doesn't get too much power on the shot, but in comes Zen. Fake out the first player. Just over a minute left here. Gentlemates have a good fire bit, but they need to find that big chance. Is that now incoming? Yes, it is!
Well, an immediate response by Gentlemates. And it's Juicy who gets the goal. Résolution trying to clear the ball, just ended up centering it straight to Juicy. That was not the touch that he wanted. And it's already a tie game. Gentlemates fighting back quickly there, seemingly undeterred by Vitality's aggression.
Vitality went for that delayed kickoff yet again. Had a lot of success with that yesterday against Moist Esports. This time around, not quite as much, but do keep an eye out for those. Itachi will control up against Résolution. So sticking with it, just trying to get in the way as much as possible.
Ah merde, putain, je l'ai mis en pause sans faire exprès.
Might pop out. It's all up to Résolution. What decision you want to make? He went for the shot. And now it's up to Vitality. They've got to scramble back. Zen will be around, and they're just going to control.
Well, Zen with lovely 1v2 in defense, but he has been stopped from making that 1v3. Itachi went past. Seiko couldn't get the end of it. Back to Itachi now. Juicy charging in. He wanted to double tap that off the ceiling over Résolution, but Résolution did close the distance in time. 10 seconds remaining in game one.
Everyone's on the backboard. That's not a good clear, though. Directly into the path. Now Juicy. Has he got it? Yes, he has! He's done it!
Ah merde, j'ai pas vu!
Non, mais toi tu vas le voir en décalé. Du coup, ouais, je te spoil.
Francophones, it's Juicy who gets the second goal, his second goal.
Merde. pas
to
ça.
go 2-1 up with just 2 seconds to go, and that one came against their own play. It looked like Vitality were pushing for the late win. Can they play a safe kickoff? Yes, they can. That should be game. Juicy goes for a third.
Let's go.
Gone for the hat trick. He didn't have to, but why not? It's 3-1.
Kickoff, on est
You
d'accord.
got the win. You know Vitaly had to send the house.
Ça y
They
est.
tried something off the kickoff, and it did not work. Gentlemates come from behind and win 3-1.
En vrai, Prono, tu penses qu'on...
And Johnny, I really want to just talk about Juicy real quick because he's probably the player that might have raised the most eyebrows when it came to this team because he did not necessarily have the greatest career over on Moist Esports, but the rest of the teams around him and the rest of the French community
3-0, mais...
just how good this guy is.
Yeah, it was inconsistency with Juicy on Moist,
pas,
but
non,
I
ça
think he showed enough promise, he showed enough ability on that team.
Ah, ACC, c'est assez tôt comme ça.
I don't think anyone was surprised. He was the obvious next player in line. But if you were to rank all of the French players right now, you know, you guys at home
Moi,
can
je
do
vais
this
essayer
if
de
you want to.
regarder
I
ça
think
sur...
everyone would put Juicy number 8 because you've got the whole Vitality roster, you've got Matira, you've got Seiko, you've got Monkey Moon, Exotic, that's 7, and you know, Juicy being 8th is not bad. It's you're behind 8 absolutely world-class players. But yes, he's just come into this lobby and he scored 3 against Vitality in the top 4 of the first regional event of the year. So yeah, he's showing that he is not to be judged on the season we've just seen. This is a new Juicy, this is a new team, and they are here to play.
I think what was very impressive to me as well was the confidence. You know,
Merde.
just rewinding that second goal a little bit,
check.
there was a missed clear from Juicy, and he didn't panic and scamper back into net.
Ah putain, c'est tellement mieux sur la Switch.
The team doesn't really necessarily need a third man in that position. They need a way out of being in defense. He provided it. I mean, what can you even say about the shot he provided after that? That was unreal.
Yeah, good finishing. I mean, Itachi was talked about as that kind of player last season, so if they've got a couple of finishers now with Juicy and Itachi, nice save there by Itachi, by the way.
Merde, c'est pas ça que je veux faire à chaque fois.
Yeah, I think Seiko's going to be having a great time on this roster, just centering the ball, knowing that there's going to be someone there every time to slot a shot top bins. It looks like a rare miss on his end flip reset to get game 2 underway, and now Alpha and Redosin getting a bit tied up in defense. Vitality need to calm down here. That was a bit of a tough loss at the end of the game. They went 1 goal down with 2 seconds to go. Even for a team as experienced as Vitality, that's
Non, à peu près tout quand même. Hein.
now you're into a clean reset here, and the worst thing they could do is start tripping over each other and making unforced errors.
It's where the ego starts to come in, isn't it? You know, you're the world champions. How dare you go and beat us like that? We're going to try and show you just how good we are.
Well, you know, I might not be right to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway, Shogun. I was reading the pre-game chat between Alpha 54 and the Gentlemates roster, and I've got to expose him a little bit here. He did say, "Hey, gentle noobs." So clearly, there's vicious trash talk in between these two teams. They have got really no love lost between them. So, I mean, take from that what you will. Is Alpha toxic?
L'angle qu'il a...
No, it's not safe. It's gone in. He nearly punched that one off the post, but it has gone in. It's another great shot by, you know it, Juicy, to go 1-0 for Gentlemates. I think it might have even counted as an own goal there from Redosin. Of course it did.
Oh putain.
C'est chaud.
That's how they do it. I mean, we have already seen from Vitality they
Wow.
Mais non, j'aimerais bien vraiment que Vitality perde. Mais...
So we might just see what they've got now in the remaining 3.5 minutes.
Non, c'est parce que...
Ouais,
en vrai...
Non, attention, moi je ne sais pas que je n'aime pas Vitality, c'est que je...
Comme ça, ils vont redescendre un peu, parce que là, à chaque fois, ils prennent des points.
Wow.
Je suis content qu'ils perdent là.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Juicy is a phenomenal game.
Si
That's a flip interception. Fake flip reset to leave the ball for Seiko, who drills it top shelf. Seiko accepting the center ball from Juicy that time, who scored.
Attends, mais c'est best of 7.
100% goal
J'avais pas vu,
participation.
je pensais que c'était un BO5.
Is this the biggest threat to that win streak of Vitality's?
BO7, c'est marqué en haut, sous le timer. Donc ils vont se prendre
double elimination, which was also pretty much the only format they had.
c'est un 4-0.
Last season. Seiko will control.
Ils vont en gagner un, c'est pas possible.
Vitality need to get something going here. They're the team with only one
Ça me
goal.
paraît chaud qu'ils se prennent 4-0 quoi.
Ouais, c'est chaud. Si vraiment ils se prennent 4-0, ils doivent vraiment s'inquiéter pour la...
Après c'est deux énormes équipes hein, mais pas mais quand même. Il n'avait pas abusé.
Ah, même sur Vitality, c'est pas rien.
Gentlemates keep
Oui, voilà.
pressure on, and if they can do this, if they can just keep sticking the ball over Vitality's head, it does appear that the mistakes are coming for the defending world champions.
Oh, Redosin couldn't win the challenge.
Wow.
Tried his best attack. He's now on the board. This is a mauling from Gentlemates.
Yeah, the beautiful pass by Seiko. Redosin did well to get goal side, but he flipped the wrong way,
Oh dommage.
and he could not keep the ball out of the net.
Je pensais qu'il allait réussir à double tap, au final c'est qui vient par derrière, d'ailleurs je crois que c'est Itachi, ouais c'est ça, c'est Itachi.
It's not that long ago. Nobody could do this to Vitality. When they did lose, it wasn't from being completely out-pressured, it wasn't from being outpaced, but that's what's happening right now. Vitality,
Déjà la deuxième game là elle est pliée. Hein.
Gentlemates roster, who are reading each other on a completely different level right now.
Infield pass, Redosin has to back up for it. That leaves the ball open for Juicy yet again. I mean, what do you even say at this point? This was not how I expected this to go down. As you mentioned, whenever we have seen Vitality lose games, they've been close. They've been even matches where they've been relatively dominant, keeping the opponents in their side of the field, and then just so happen to get caught on the break.
Wow,
Never before have we seen a team this confident. And maybe the first time that confidence might be rattled.
Well, that's a really unnecessary goal for Gentlemates to concede, to be honest. They've got both of their last two defenders on top of each other, and they've lost it 50-50. I mean, that is a pretty good illustration of why you want to spread out in defense when you're playing Rocket League, no matter what level you're at. Then one touch is less likely to go past both of you. Gentlemates make a unnecessary mistake and allow Vitality.
Ça va pour l'instant 3-1, ça va.
Start the potential. This is another chance for Vitality. Seiko's blocked it. Alpha 54 wants to double tap. He misses. Vitality all of a sudden are coming to life.
Vitality do need to figure this out though a little bit. They need to stop falling for the fake plays. Alpha easily beats the front.
Oh là il est. Ah non?
Putain. That was an unbelievable angle even to attempt from.
A minute to go. Alpha 54 misses his flip reset. He didn't have a lot of boost to get that one. It proved to be insufficient.
Ouais, il fait choix de la double tap dont tu veux parler. Moi je parlais d'une autre.
Overcommitting like they did in the previous goal they conceded. That is giving Vitality looks at the midfield. It's giving them looks at passing plays, which were not really there earlier on in this game. Nice jump there by Zen over the top of the demo. Offload to Redosin down the line. He wants a shot on target, which Juicy had covered. And was that the right option for Redosin there?
20 seconds left on the board. Zen tries to get the ball in field. Does, but not to the player necessarily wanted. Alpha was sort of covering the goal more than he was trying to look for offense. Alpha still blocks. Seiko gets the angles. And with this play, Gentlemates could very well have secured their second game.
Oui, après un gros miracle.
Half the job done, half the job still to get finished.
Well, it is completely against the expectations that we had.
Le petit dernier pour la fin peut-être.
Vitality and Gentlemates have both had one loss in this tournament so far. Vitality lost, of course, in the Swiss stage to 100%. Gentlemates lost to Endpoint in the closed qualifier stage of the competition. Vitality have called a timeout, so this is their moment to try and sort themselves out here. And I think it really does come down to communication. So many of these goals involve Vitality players stacking up in the same area of the pitch.
Ça vient peut-être de ma Switch sans faire exprès. Mais c'est moi ou ton... Ah non, ça vient pas de ma Switch, c'est ton écran qui rétrécit. Ah non, ça vient pas de ma Switch. Genre comme tu vas sur le match, ça rétrécit les côtés.
One player to challenge, that player won. More often than not, the challenge that he was going for. For those of you just joining us, by the way, for your first RLCS tournament of the season, then there is a different player behind Vitality. It's not Farah this time around. This, Johnny, is the biggest first test Fairy Peak could find himself in.
Yeah, it is a difficult situation. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, how could that be difficult? You know, you're a coach and you're joining, well, you're starting off your coaching stint with the defending world champions. But if you look down the lines of Rocket League history, world champions mostly don't have the dominant split in their
I'm sure BDS can attest to that last year.
Yeah, when a world champion team can come back and continue being the best team in the world, that's, you know, considered the exception in Rocket League history. So this is not an easy situation for Fairy Peak by any means. There's in fact so much expectation on this team, and I know that they put a lot of expectation on their own shoulders as well. Yet it looks like that tension and that pressure playing against their toughest opponent of the entire weekend is starting to get to them a little bit, because yesterday there was none of this. They were fluid, they were free-flowing, they were dominant against Moist in the quarter-final, and that was a Moist who looked brilliant in offense. Vitality were able to beat them 4-1. Gentlemates, so simple stuff in offense. They were just quick, they were reading each other well, they're communicating at a different level from Vitality, and that's very clear to see even before you listen into the comms video after the tournament.
Over on the opposite side of Fairy Peak as well, you've got Eversax, who's looking to try and prove some things after being moved on from KC. With him and Itachi trying to add more and more to their records. What a way to start off this team this would be. Now we do have the timeout buff over towards Vitality. Let's see what they can do with it. More importantly, can they now get that rotation sorted out, or are they going to start tripping over each other again?
It's actually dispossessed mid-air by Zen, who's left that forward dose in. Early signs would indicate the Vitality are giving each other information early. You know, as someone who's had the honor of listening to Zen's frantic French comms in person, I don't speak a lot of French, but I can just tell he's communicating a lot of info. Alpha didn't need to be told anything on that play, that he just barrels through the last defender single-handedly. Where did it all go wrong for Gentlemates? Where's the second player to help out the poor last man?
Not often have Vitality had it that easy getting from defense to offense. Alpha just found the gap, managed to line up the defender, and now we've got Zen on the kickoff. Gets a good challenge win, but the landing afterwards just took him too far to the side. It's on the opposite side here. Itachi find it quite easy. Doesn't get the ball followed up. Seiko skied it. And he's offered a bit too much of an easy way out there for Vitality.
Juicy does well to absorb Redosin's challenge in defense. I think that's something that Gentlemates have to be giving credit for, as they've anticipated Vitality's aggression. You know, Vitality historically have been a very aggressive team with their first player, really giving opponents no time. Alpha looking for a second one, is off the bar. Zen might follow up, no, it's wide.
Contournement,
By the time it reaches him, Juicy again in defense, clearing the danger. Suddenly there seems to be a whole lot more of the pitch for Vitality to play in. Will that be something Gentlemates can use to their advantage? Will they bait Vitality forward like they did in game one?
Yeah, you've now got the big question of, do you try to step to this or do you allow it to happen? And wait to see what options come your way. Seiko's just going to power the ball along, realize he doesn't have too many offensive options. So might as well just grab the territory, but Juicy has missed the ball. Takes out the player, so it's still a good play from him. Redosin now clears long. Alpha wants to get to it. Juicy understood the task. I don't think he was in a position that he wanted to be in, but he understood he's got to get something on it before Alpha does.
Yeah, Juicy didn't jump in the right direction, but he adjusted quickly mid-air to get something on the ball. And you know, in that situation, you just have to get any part of the ball to make sure that the attacking player doesn't have a clear shot at it. Itachi pulling Juicy off that one, and then intercepting Redosin's touch. Here's Juicy again. Shot, but oh, hold on. Where's the ball going on this play? It's in for Alpha 54. He beats his man in the back corner and makes it 2-0.
That is just outright pace, and Alpha 54 is a genuine menace in this game. Scores the first goal, grab the second. I do not think that is somebody that wants to be losing.
Sometimes last season when Vitality were having an off day, when they're having an off series, an off game, it was Alpha 54 stepping up and showing his experience and helping Zen with the heavy lift. I think this has put Vitality at ease a little bit. Oh, they've nearly overextended there, though. Zen lunging forward did get the ball pretty cleanly, though. That's exactly the type of mistake they were making last game. They can't fall back into that, especially after doing so well to go ahead by 2.
It's gone again, and a little bit unlucky that Zen wasn't able to get there quick enough because they do like to just go for the outplays and then pass the ball to somebody else mid-air. Vitality haven't been comfortable enough. Alpha's got another challenge. Alpha is being phenomenal throughout this game.
Ouais,
They
c'est chaud là.
can't stop him.
Alpha just completely read that touch. It's not the best touch by Seiko. He kind of hits it straight up into Alpha 54. Vitality will take it. After the worst possible start to this series, they have responded with what we call a champion's response after that timeout. There's still time for Gentlemates, and Itachi's got a reset. He's got Seiko to his left. Seiko.
Tu vas voir un truc, il y a eu une passe de Itachi, elle est incroyable.
Inside of the net there, which would have been countered.
Mais c'est moi ou par moment ça charge?
Right, Vitality, you're not falling for
sais
Seiko's
pas.
tricks on that time.
Je crois que c'est toi.
Now for Lord, Tachi's in
Ok,
the
bah c'est
background.
moi.
He has found Alpha. That's now a way through.
Ok.
Seiko has missed the ball. It was a lot to ask. And they just don't have the numbers left.
Attends.
Gentlemates need a goal soon. This might be the chance. Huge whiff.
Cette game c'est celle où Vita va gagner.
Oui, là, c'est
From
obligé.
Gentlemates, the hits that they are getting, especially in offense, have been weak. They've been easy to
De toute façon,
deal with for
on
Vitality.
Je vais lancer de live.
Let
Ils sont
off
pas
the
champions
gas
pour
a
rien.
little bit.
Yeah,
Oui,
they
voilà.
have given Vitality the way back into this. I'm wondering if it's that goal they conceded at the end of the last game. It didn't amount to anything in the second game.
Ah, c'est bon.
They did
C'est
win it
revenu.
pretty comfortably, but it seemed like after that goal went in for Vitality, the fact that it came from a Gentlemates double commit in defense, it came from a very unnecessary mispositioning.
Oh
by the two players.
vas-y, moi ça
Since
bug.
then, they have not been as
Même quand je suis sur YouTube ça merde.
Juicy with a ceiling double tap attempt. He misses it, but Seiko's there. He misses as well. Well, it would have been a great goal for Juicy. Didn't have a lot of boost to navigate the rebound portion of the shot. But yeah, great stuff mechanically in the setup for sure. I want to see that aggression showing. I think Vitality were making mistakes when Gentlemates were putting the pressure on them. And now that they've been given a bit more space, a bit more
Ouais, là,
control
bon,
of the
là,
ball,
4-0.
they're back into their comfortable zone and they've just dominated.
Comment ça 4-0?
Ouais, il y a 4-0.
Yeah, it's just been almost sort of a lack of control, I feel. Like, Gentlemates
Ça m'énerve. Je vais pas le regarder ici, je vais le regarder sur le téléphone. Un peu plus comme tout.
And especially the goals they were scoring, all of them were fake flip resets. You know, I can potentially do this.
Je vais le mettre sur Rocket sur la
There's
Switch.
multiple options to have to consider. But if you sit on a camera of a Vitality defender in the last 5 minutes, there's one option. You just have to go and cover it. So I feel like Gentlemates just aren't leaving the book open and forcing Vitality to make decisions.
Yeah, I want to see, especially since they still have that series lead and they still have their timeout in the bag for later on in the series. I want to see the aggression from them in this next game. I want to see them really go for it. I want to see them maybe take a couple of risks against Vitality. And I'm not really talking so much about risks on the ball. I'm talking about the risks with the positioning behind the challenging player. It's the second man, the third man for Gentlemates that can maybe be a bit more aggressive than they were in that third game. Don't let Vitality outplay one of your players and get control of the ball again. Vitality, they've won a game 4-0 there, but they still look far from the dominant force that we're used to seeing from them. Alpha 54 put in a shift and a half there, but when it comes to being a full team and a full, I guess, synergistic team, I think Vitality have still got a bit to go.
Might also just come down to who can peak at the time. I mean, we already saw Juicy put up some serious gameplay in those opening 2 games. Kept quieter in the last one. Last game, it was all up to Alpha. But you look across to all 6 of these players, and there is just so much talent, so much pop-off potential as we do get ourselves ready for game number 4. Will it be triple match point for the Gentlemates, or are we going to be all tied up 2 apiece? Let's get into it over at Manfield Night and find out the answer to our question, Johnny.
I'm very much expecting Vitality to come out hot in this game now that they've got a win on the board. I think that's going to settle any nerves that they had earlier on in this series, and they probably come in more aggressive than ever. Oh my goodness, they've just conceded already though. Zen had no boost rotating back from the kickoff. Alpha went for the aggressive demo, and Redosin just plays for the risky 50. I mean, that is not the play for Redosin. If Zen's got boost, that's fine, but Zen doesn't have boost. So either Redosin's not been informed of Zen's ability to get middle, or he's just completely misplayed it.
I mean, even then, you don't want to go on the outside of that challenge, because there's only one way. You don't want the ball moving inwards. They might be caught yet again.
Oh là là, open encore, mais...
Momentum that Vitality had is gone.
Ils sont trop offensifs, les...
I mean, that's the same thing again. They're in.
Bah, c'est normal, hein, mais...
To a third man, you know, they're infield passing off of 50-50s. They're trying to control 50-50s middle. We had Redosin on the sidewall doing that for the first goal for Gentlemen.
Tant mieux pour les Gentlemen en vrai.
When you're doing that and you're passing to your third man, it is so risky.
Wow.
Oh, they fired back before we can even really talk about it. They're on the board. This time their aggression does pay off. Alpha just over the top of Seiko. Juicy was covered in the double, did not have Redosin's shot blocked.
Yeah, Alpha just banked all that respect that Gentlemen have got for his outplay potential, made it look like he could try and hit the double tap. Instead, left it for a teammate, and now we get another kickoff. Vitality are at least trying different things. They're trying to cheat up as close as possible and win front right. It's usually something that you can succeed at as well, because a lot of teams, especially when they're trying to default kickoff, they try and lose back to the corner that the third man is. Oh, Vitality, oh my goodness, Zen goes for the do.
Wow, wow, quel arrêt. Par contre, quelle frappe.
From the post.
Man, I really wish I could wall dash like that. I feel like if I was in that position, I'd just be driving around spectating, watching the ball do his thing.
C'est incroyable.
Controlled wall dash.
Il a mis une vraie frappe là.
Finishes it off to the surprise of Gentlemates. You know, credit where it's due.
Par contre, je sais même pas qui c'est qui a arrêté.
Vitality are likely to come out, all guns blazing. They've played two
J'ai pas vu.
third man and got caught out both times by a Gentlemates roster who expected that. So great stuff from Gentlemates covering the infield option that Vitality like to use.
It does seem like this game has finally settled down. Juicy leaves it. Incredible play from Redosin to spot the player off the ball and cover that rather than the one that Bullcam might necessarily be pushing you towards. Seiko gonna try and go for the outplay. Who goes to him? It's Zen. Gets a clean win, and he actually managed to communicate to Alpha, who didn't get the best first touch. Zen will still scramble for the play. Juicy clears to Seiko. Again, beat a little bit too cleanly, but where's that follow-up? Vitality are getting clean wins. They're not getting much afterwards. Now the drop-down pass. Zen not gonna jump.
Yeah, Vitality again looking for that pass.
Là c'est fini, il n'y aura plus aucun but.
Gentlemates.
Si,
they've played against this
il va y en avoir encore.
So many times on different rosters now, even on
je te rassure là, au moment où je te dis, il n'y en a pas eu d'autres, mais je pense qu'il y en aura.
Keep Vitality at bay again. Yeah, they know what they're up against here. Vitality are
je pense en vrai
at this point.
un petit
the aggression has been anticipated
3-2 je pense.
On several occasions. So what can they do against Zen's aerial play here? Zen with the catch almost at ceiling height, but he didn't have a flip to work with for once.
And goes Alpha. Decides to fake out, doesn't want to get challenged early by Seiko, and he's outplaying so many. The goal line defense, now we have to start looking towards the boost totals. Gentlemates need to try and keep some level of control of their back corners. They've done well enough of it, and they are out of defense, at least temporarily.
It really is turning into a battle for the center circle. So many lobbed passes into that area being contested by both teams at rapid pace. Itachi fakes the wall play, cuts in field. He fakes a flick, goes down to the ground again, nearly had the 1v2 play, but Redosin stopped him. You know, surprises me. I've got to be honest with you, I didn't expect Gentlemates to look like that three-pronged offense that all the best teams in the world do these days. Zen actually missing a wall dash there in defense, but
Rien à voir, hein.
Still gets back to the ball like it's nobody's business.
Gentlemen have been one of the most difficult teams to rate coming in.
Par contre, tu peux le plus sur Rocket League, ça c'est bien.
C'était chaud.
Redosin put it into
dear.
the ground, and Gentlemen put it into the net.
I mean, he made it so difficult for himself. He tried to double tap it off his own post into the back corner, and after his first touch, he realized, I can't get back to that. I've just centered it. And it is
T'es pas loin de l'arrêter.
Ouais. Il a dû rentrer dans les cages avec.
Heureusement qu'après il y avait personne, parce que sinon...
Et encore, allez, c'est le festival.
Oh, elle est belle. Oh, elle est très très belle.
Un bel fake de Seiko, je crois.
And it's the worst possible time for Vitality to fall behind by 3 again.
And yet again, Johnny, it's that after kickoff scramble. We've got another one. Gentlemates just absolutely dominating. After that kickoff, they know the correct decisions to make. Opening 3 goals all came from catastrophic decisions from Vitality. And it does feel like they've kind of thrown this one away.
Yeah. Maybe we could put the second goal down to a good interception from Gentlemates that Vitality did not expect. Hold on, that's a great passing play. Even Seiko is going to deny that one, and he's got the double save as well to help his shot, which went straight down the middle. Yeah, I think minimum 2 goals this game have come off big misplays by Redosin. You know, don't like to highlight him, but you know, you mentioned earlier, sometimes off the back of Redosin's biggest blunders, Vitality produce their best performances. Are they trying to?
Il est fini le téléchargement.
Scoring at the other end.
Ah, je suis la plus grosse de toutes les merdes d'Europe. Ah oui, Redosin qui arrive au dernier moment. Ah mais là de toute façon ils auront pas le temps de remonter.
Bah, attends, il y a 30 secondes. Hein.
30 secondes.
C'est pas fini, mais attends,
30
c'est.
secondes pour remonter 2 buts quand même.
Ouais, c'est chaud.
Making sure that they're not going to give another late goal. Whoa, oh wait, are they? They've just done it again. They've done it again. The defense, what are they doing? And Redosin is there.
Ouais, c'est chaud.
Well, Eversax, if he's going to take a timeout at some point, the big word that we screamed is don't double commit.
Putain,
Stop doing that to yourself.
j'ai entendu Résolution, je me suis dit qu'est-ce que c'est ça?
Ouais, c'est chaud. Ouais.
Non mais 15 secondes pour mettre. Ah ouais merde, mais il reste que lui.
Ils peuvent aller chercher les prolongues. Hein.
Pretty tricky position. Redosin's time
No,
with no boost has gone against him. Itachi could not slot though. Zen might have a chance. No, it's shut down by Juicy in the middle of Seiko. And surely no, Zen keeps it up. Is it going to stay up? No, Juicy has absolutely no
Ça fait
time
combien?
for
3
fun.
3-1.
We will have a 3-1 lead for Gentleman.
3-1. Il la prolonge la balle.
I've ever seen.
And that's twice they've done that to themselves as well. We saw what happened last time. They looked really, really peculiar in the game after a big mistake. What are they going to look like
Bon.
as they did 2?
Bon, bah.
Vas-y,
après il y a Tiffen, il nous rejoindra à la fin du match. Tiffen, tu nous rejoindras.
Et puis là en plus je bug plus. Ah c'est un petit.
Maybe not the best idea there, but I have no idea what on earth went wrong there for Gentlemates. That's bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. They're 4-2, they're cruising, they've got control of the ball in defense, and they decide to bump each other out of the way and give Redosin an open net. I mean, Redosin's actually, he's finished the game with 3 goals,
I know, he gets
4
to say
saves,
that was not
700
his
points. Like, and this is why you can't trust points per game, ladies and gentlemen. Redosin just topped the scoreboard at 732 points, and I'd say that was a pretty bad game for him overall. But, yeah, wow.
Donc là, attends, c'est peut-être balle de match.
And now the biggest chance we have seen so far.
Des balles de match pour les Gentlemates, ouais.
It does feel like this is now or never.
Bah si c'est oui, c'est un BO7 donc oui.
La fin du match qu'on regarde là, Tiffen.
First championship Sunday of the new season. Gentlemates triple
Si Gentlemate gagne là, ça c'est fini. Gentlemate c'est les bleus.
Yeah, if they're gonna lose this one, they've got to just go out on their shield here. They've got to play their game. They've got to do what they did all at the tail end of last
En vrai,
season.
j'adorerais qu'il gagne là, vraiment.
5 RLCS events in a row, 3 European online events, and then 2 European LAN events.
Oh, ils vont gagner.
For
Hein.
Vitality.
Mais attends,
Is that
c'est
streak about
Vitality
to
quand même.
end at the hand of their biggest new
Ah
rival in the scene?
mais ils sont dans la merde quand même là. Hein.
KC tried, BDS tried, everybody has tried. But a brand new name with old names attached to it have stepped up. I can't remember, like, as much as it has been made about, you know, Vitality might have just taken away the World Championship from KC. They look like their biggest rivals on that day of the World Championship. 2 names attached to KC during that, Itachi and Eversax. My goodness, would this feel great for them if they won here.
I think Gentlemates definitely have got the most upside. That's not going to be an easy turn though. Winning that race by a mile to go up 1-0 for Vitality, I think that might just be a race you don't even want to bother taking. Seiko taking way too long to turn, had absolutely no chance in no man's land. Once again, Shogun, it's Alpha 54. who
Ah
puts
mais
Vitality
ils ont
in
trois,
have looked
ils ont trois parties à gagner d'affilée s'ils veulent l'avoir là. Hein.
Ouais,
Quand même
mais attends,
chaud.
c'est chaud, mais c'est faisable. C'est pas impossible.
Ouais, c'est large faisable.
Good opportunity. Zen just going to put himself up. And he made the goal so much bigger. Résolution makes it 2.
Well, he ended up in front of the ball, and it looked like he was playing for the air dribble bump, but he was actually looking at ball cam the entire time. He was going for the drop-down pass. That is so creative by Zen. He knew the goalkeeper would be there, didn't even have to look, and he perfectly made contact with both the player and the ball.
Now Itachi, reset was gained earlier on, used it to just try and drag that ball a bit further. Zen now, gonna go down the side. Gentlemates are trying to cover the infield passes that Vitality were using so often in the previous games. Now that they're not being utilized, those wings are so much easier to infiltrate for Vitality. Good turnaround challenge there from Alpha.
Salut Sasuke. Sasuke, je sais pas comment on le dit.
Oh, Zen's done well too.
Moi perso, je suis pour Gentlemate.
Really for me the key
toi Jules, t'es Gentlemate aussi. Hein.
Just
Ouais, c'est ça.
that you play the ball
Bien sûr.
side. Do not get dunked on while you're looking for that infield. Sachi with not a lot of boost in his back corner. Juicy picked up the 100 as it spawned. He's passed 2 here, Juicy. He's not past Zen though. Zen in fact as last man ships it safely to the right of Juicy. He was flying in for a block.
Oui, je pense que Vita va gagner cette partie, mais je pense pas qu'ils vont gagner le BO7.
Je pense ça. J'espère qu'ils vont pas gagner le BO7, mais en vrai, c'est Vitality quoi, c'est pas rien quoi.
Ah oui, c'est pas rien, mais...
Vitality running ahead of the ball, getting rid of the third man. And Gentlemates need to either start avoiding that or at least communicate that that's going on so they don't suddenly have those rotation problems yet again.
Zen calls for dosing off this, pre-flips a catch. Gentlemates for that entire exchange were very comfortable.
Ils ont fait 3-0 je crois au BDS Gentlemate, non?
Pas ça?
Ouais, c'était 3-0.
3-0 BDS, 4-1. Team 100, c'est pas ça?
Team 3.
Team 3, ouais. Et après, là pour le moment, on espère
qu'il y en a...
On espère 4-1.
Il y en a qu'un seul qu'ils n'ont pas battu, c'est Endpoint.
Ouais, Endpoint, ouais.
Yeah, Vitality have looked very much in control of this game. That's what they needed off the backboard. Itachi tries to get to it.
Et en même temps, Endpoint, c'était leur premier gros match.
Ouais, forcément.
Donc,
c'était
leur premier gros match.
Ils ont pas gagné contre BDS aussi?
Si, ils ont gagné contre BDS, mais...
C'est qui? Ils ont perdu contre qui, Vitality? Team 3?
Non, Vitality c'était contre 100%. 100%. Ouais, on sait pas d'où ils sortent, mais...
Director cam, it didn't look like a tough angle at all, but surely Itachi of all people would have slotted that if it was open. Is this open? No, it's not. Zen darts back and shuts the door.
Zen is wiped out for his troubles. Itachi trying to make something of this game. Double commit, double the chance to get rid of it, and that is exactly what happened for Vitality. They just need a couple more clears, and they can claim this game for their own.
Là, c'est plus.
When Vitality have won, they have done so in style. And they would rather a very boring following up 2 games. For Gentlemates, job seemed far easier about 4.5 minutes ago. Now they know what they're up against. That one's a little bit too high. Juicy's going to try and clear, and Alpha will very happily see this into the corner.
Yeah, this should be the conclusion of the first 3 match points. This is the best chance anyone's ever had to eliminate Vitality from an RLCS tournament.
Pour le beau jeu.
The acquisition of Zen, they have failed their first attempt.
Oui, pour le beau jeu, ils peuvent essayer d'en mettre un 4ème, mais bon.
Do they call a timeout right now? Just try to figure out a game plan for Game 6, or do they save that for Game 7? So I think that's the call they've got to make right now. Eversax, the coach, he's made some interesting timeout calls in the past when he was Karming Corp coach, sometimes saving it for that Game 7 when it seemed like taking the momentum away from the other team might be a good idea. I'm sure that Gentlemates do not feel tilted at this moment. They're not the kind of players who would. But Vitality were, you know, close to. I think I don't want to say flawless. I don't want to say their best, but I think they were much cleaner in that game, and I think taking that away from them would have been a decent decision. They decided
Ça va être ultra serré.
not call the timeout. They're not interested in taking away Vitality momentum. They think they've got the winning strategy already.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen previously as well, Vitality have had games like this and then not been able to replicate that. I mean, Vitality, we can say many things about their gameplay today. Consistent is not one of them. So it is on them to keep this going for 10 minutes. You might as well ask the question of them of, all right, we're just going to keep this rolling for the time being. And if we need it going into game number 7. So I do like the decision. The big problem, though, is Zen started to get going in that last one. It was not necessarily Alpha quite as much that needed to just barrel through every single challenge. Here we go, game number 6, and Johnny, we have broken the curse of the weekend.
Yeah, c'était game 4 là, non?
No more 4-1s. This series we have 3-2. Might even go 3 each, or this is over.
Well, you know, if the French, the majority French super teams couldn't deliver us a game 6, I don't know what we
Ah oui, 6 parce qu'il y a eu 3-2, c'est vrai. Ah mais je me suis perdu, pour moi c'est tout une seule et même game là.
Juicy's pitch.
Ah oui, déjà.
Game 6, already looking dangerous. So after Vitality's first game win in the series, they took a lot of risks in the following game.
Ça attaque très très vite là.
Vitality be able to keep Gentlemates under pressure without overextending with their third man. That's really what I'm looking out for. I think Vitality's third has to think very carefully about which passes you go for, which plays you go for, what angles you take 50-50s from. It's this very intelligent Gentlemates roster who are defending brilliantly to keep this ball away from danger. How long will it stay away from danger?
Oh, attack. He's going to take the shot. Nobody dared challenge him. Just wait to see it come forward, and then they were going to clear.
En vrai, du coup, ils peuvent remonter.
Bien sûr.
Putain.
La frappe à Lucan.
C'est incroyable. La redirect. Ah.
Tachi now, off the wall with Seiko in support. They've all gone up. Résolution got enough on it though, but Seiko can stick with his play. Zen, Alpha misses it. Still keeps Zen going. It's a bit of an off angle, so instead he looks for the bump, and Seiko had to scramble to keep that ball out.
Yeah, Gentlemates knew that was coming. There's a lovely fake to set Zen up, and when he's in that kind of open space with an air dribble, there really is no player who's more dangerous at the moment. Gentlemates knew that sending 2 would be intelligent. Zen with the corner ball double. He fakes it for Alpha 54, who strikes the post. Now Zen with the follow-up. Juicy with a save. Oh, what a defensive play by Juicy.
That was exceptional from Juicy. The recovery to keep himself alive in that play. Exquisite. And now he's down to the opposite side of the field. He wants to get Résolution's car. Couldn't quite find it. Juicy coming alive when his team needed him. Tachi out to Juicy yet again. Keeps the ball going. Goes low. Gets Alpha all scrambled. But Résolution now gets back. Both these teams having very good looks.
Oh, what a play.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, catch and flick immediately there by Résolution. Previous to that, it was Zen getting bumped in defense. He had to dodge that while trying to make it clear. The physical play coming out at both ends of the pitch.
Juicy realized there might be a player behind him. Just get rid of it to the far side. Has that boost turned up there for Juicy? Well, he's not got the car anymore to utilize it anyway. Respawns on the same side. So many blue cars stuck in one corner. Got to keep.
Là, tu vois qu'il commence à tryhard là. Vitality tryhard de ouf. Il commence à jouer strat à la démo et tout.
Yeah, well played by Itachi. Spotted Résolution, cutting rotation, made sure.
Là, va falloir qu'il s'y mette. Hein. De toute façon.
Clean performance for both teams for the most part. They have been extremely.
Il y a rien pour l'instant.
Making it very difficult for each other to get clean touches without the threat of a bumper demo. Well, read by Juicy. His first touch is not the best, but that's still pretty ideal to shut down Alpha. Zen with 12 boost. For him, that's plenty, but he's stopped by Seiko.
Yeah, realize that he just needs to try and take the challenge. Don't go for anything big where you might lose the ball big. Alpha off the ceiling, almost found the bump on Itachi. And almost found the bump is the best. Almost found the challenge. Itachi
encore vu.
Now Juicy
Mais
calling
quel arrêt! Oh non, c'est un truc de fou.
Oh, great control by Juicy. Catches the ball on his own goal line. Brings
C'est
it
merde,
clear
je l'ai
under
pas vu.
control. That keeps
Ouais,
Vitality
joli.
from getting that follow-up shot that they're looking for. To follow-through demo from Juicy on Alpha. Zen and
Putain, mais pour
Redosin
l'instant, c'est
trying to
équilibré à mort.
play
Hein.
a 1-2 midfield. It has worked out, but Seiko's
Bon,
on the
Vitality
backboard.
se la colle un peu
Covering
plus, mais
Zen's
c'est
follow.
équilibré,
Vas-y, ça marche,
franchement.
Stephen, ça marche.
So
Je
full of
t'appelle.
mistakes, but now we've got a game where no mistakes are allowed. Whoever blinks first,
Oui, oui, oui.
Itachi almost gets Alpha out of the way. You got to keep an eye on the ball. You got to keep an eye on that player next to you who is trying to demo you. It is total Rocket League at the moment.
Oh, it's all Redosin!
That! Oh, dearie me!
Of course, the cleanest game of the series had to have a bit of Redosin spice added to it. You never know when he's going to strike for either team.
All right, well, that was a heart raiser. As we keep going out, Juicy can't win it clean as he almost got it into the path of Itachi. But those who realize he's got to slow this play down. Still gonna pop that ball out a little bit too much as Alpha. Just enough, but Redosin's just gone flying past the ball. Redosin's got to calm down here. He is all over the place. And he's set up his opponents! Redosin
Panique
needs
là.
to bring the heart rate down.
Well, you know, Redosin, he was trying to pretend that he had boost there in that previous play where he floated past the ball, hoping Gentleman
Ah,
to believe it.
putain,
They
dommage.
didn't. They knew he was just being Redosin. Now, can they make anything happen in 0 seconds? It's infield to Redosin, but he's missed his open net.
And thankfully for Vitality, that is the case. They've gone for the delayed kickoff yet again, tried to get it into the path of Redosin, doesn't quite work, and now they are up in defense. Can't afford to get in their own way here. Zen 0 boost, tries to stick with it.
Redosin.
Redosin 0 boost, tries to stick with it. And Gentlemates will start again.
Well, it's incredible. The win condition for both teams is the same player.
Oh là, dommage.
Post Juicy to Redosin, blocked by Alpha 54. But really, who could find Redosin first? Here he is. Booms it into the ceiling, just barely a touch of the ceiling though. Alpha missed the rebound. You know, every touch Redosin makes has me on the edge of my seat.
Et ils sont en train de tous se suer du cul là.
Ah, les deux équipes là.
Zen to work his magic. Back pass to Redosin. Might be the right play at this moment.
Seiko is waiting. So was Alpha. Good read of the play. Goes ceiling. Reset gained. Delays it. Couldn't quite get enough power to wrong foot Seiko. Zen's going to delay. Redosin's turning inward. So is Alpha. Said Zen might go the whole way by himself. He's got everybody jumping.
Oh, and here's Redosin. This could really go absolutely anywhere. It's into the sidewall. Back middle for Alpha 54. And Gentlemates are queuing up at the near post here. This is not easy clear. Redosin blocked by Seiko.
How on earth did Seiko have to read that early on? And Vitality have backed out. They ran out of boost and instead have to start again. Here goes Zen. Bump on one. Doesn't get the second. Itachi delayed.
Alpha looking for a bit more volatility.
On va quand même pas avoir comme l'année dernière là.
Ouais, roll one.
Space for Redosin here.
Non, non.
He's got the mid boost here.
L'année dernière, il y avait un overtime de 11 minutes, je crois.
Ouais, c'était Vitality contre roll one.
La K-Corp.
Ah, putain, si.
C'était la K-Corp.
Ah, c'était contre la K-Corp. Ah oui, c'était peut-être contre la K-Corp. Non, c'était pas contre la K-Corp.
Si, c'était K-Corp, la demi-finale. Du Major.
2 minutes of overtime played.
Je crois que c'est ça.
Ouais, peut-être, je sais plus. Faudrait regarder, parce que je m'en rappelle plus. J'étais persuadé que c'était contre Roll One.
Ah, ça, c'est le but, ça. Waouh, chaque fois, ça passe, mais vraiment à côté, quoi.
In goes Zen, asking too much of even himself. Who's got the boost? Itachi lays claim. Juicy now up next. Alpha in a bit of a rough spot. He can find himself too far forward. Oh, he went for the outplay, and his team is now stuck.
Yeah, 50-50 was a safe option there.
Ah, ils vont nous refaire un match là.
It's on time,
ouais.
saved by the same man. Gentlemates knocking on the door now. Vitality answering with the softest of counter-attack attempts down the middle. That's denied by Gentlemates as well. Vitality just giving the ball back into the middle.
Oh,
it's so
dommage, elle
dangerous
était
to
trop
do that
forte.
when Gentlemates are lurking. And looks
Wow, mais non, mais c'est trop.
just about for now.
Pinch clear between them. Vitality just trying to look for any amount of boost. Who can get rid of it? Redosin, huge flick. Juicy's too far forward. He has to scramble back. And Alpha, look at the pre-jump. He's having none of that backboard play. He wants this played at his own pace.
Well, 3 minutes of overtime. This has been one of the most nerve-wracking OTs. It's Vitality trying to keep the win streak alive. Juicy's backwards. He can't really challenge Zen too well. Redosin now.
Il y a une belle fake là.
Can't get it away from Seiko. He's missed the boost steal as well. Doesn't need it. He's playing for the zero boost
3 minutes 30.
which trickles into the corner.
Oh, Itachi's avoided being hit. Gentlemate's playing with fire. Redosin in the corner. Good challenge from him. Out to Seiko, looking for the sidewall double. Defenders were ready. 2 defenders were ready.
Whoa.
3 defenders were ready. But that is a little bit over-prepared, if you ask me.
Oh, the whole lobby in one little triangle there. And now Redosin's play jump Juicy. At least that forces him.
dommage.
Zen adjusts necessarily and gets the clear. But here's Juicy once more. He gets on the wrong side of the ball. 4 minutes of overtime. Both teams have had an equal share of chances. And nobody's taken any of them. Redosin passes off to Seiko, but Zen is there to cover him. I feel like Vitality have centered the ball more than Gentlemate's left. That could be it. No! Alpha scrambles back.
But we keep going on. Gentlemates have controlled the last
Là, ça fait 2 grosses occasions.
And it just seems like any moment.
Ouais, je les ai eu les 2 grosses occasions.
Alpha
Oh putain.
keeps it going. He's got Redosin midfield. Who takes the challenge? It is Itachi. Controls so well. How many chances have Gentlemates had? None of them over the line yet, Johnny. Zen, Juicy read him so quickly.
Yeah, Zen playing that very close to the wall. It's a dangerous way to set up your air dribbles. Much easier for the defender to get in the way of it when they can just use the wall as a launching pad. Now another double commit from Vitality, but it's gone back to Alpha, who seems to have control here. Oh, that's much smarter that time by Alpha, just going for the 50-50.
Et de un match.
Play a much safer way to just go right through the ball.
Mais non, mais c'est trop! À chaque fois, à chaque fois, vraiment, je suis sûr qu'ils vont marquer, et ben non.
Decently heavy touch there from Itachi. Breaks up.
Je crois que je l'ai vu te dont tu veux parler.
Back to a pretty even position.
Good clearance. Seiko's around, and Zen has to get there in time. Zen's also turned Alpha and Zen this time double committing. That means there'll be nobody on their far side. And now Seiko charges ahead. Who can he get a hold of? Chooses not to go for the demo. Alpha had to jump. It's all up to Choose. He's got a lot of work to do off this play. Seiko decides not to take the shot.
Oh, a huge defensive stand there by Vitality. They're making it tough for Gentlemates to get the goal. Itachi's left it for Juicy, but a dive bomb.
Ah mais en fait, de temps en temps, aussitôt que tu es...
Tu m'entends décalé?
T'entends décaler sur les... comment ça s'appelle? Sur les actions du jeu du coup.
Juicy next one up. Zen turns. Oh, that's on target, and Redosin already sat in the right spot.
Oh, what a read by Redosin to know Zen was hitting a back pass from a pinch.
Non, pas comme ça. Pas comme ça, non!
He's done it! Redosin strikes for Vitality, and we're
pas comme ça!
Just go down the line. No flip resets. No
Oh
double
putain.
taps. Let's just go direct. Let's go to Champions
Ah
Field.
merde. Ah.
Oh,
remarque son tir il était pixel.
Ouais mais quand même, tu prends pas un but comme ça.
Là c'était du tir mais... Vous pouvez pas faire mieux.
Be in Redosin's head and hear what he's thinking, because he really is just impossible to read. No one can read this guy. Seiko thought that he had the shot covered there. No, you don't have it covered. Redosin's just going to effortlessly slot it bottom left. It's a great technique to finish with the low boost situation. Of course, by the way, Gentlemates have called timeout, as you would expect. It's
I think I need it, mate. I need it more than
let's just relax for a second here. We've got to Game 7. It's not been the cleanest series, but what a game that was. It had its moments, but there were some unbelievable defensive plays at both ends. In between all of the chaotic plays at both ends, Alpha ended up with 9 saves, Seiko had 7, and Redosin's bouncing on his chair. You know that's bad news when you face a bouncing Redosin.
He lives for this. There are just people out there that the pressure doesn't mean anything to them. They love situations like these. They love it all being on the line. And I think Redosin very much is like that, as is, well, all of these players. You have to be able to step onto fields like this one. So, timeout has been called, and it is all about setting yourself up for Game 7. Eversax is readying the troops. Fairy Peak will be doing the exact same over for the side of Vitality. But to me, Johnny, this has been such an inconsistent series. It's all about who can just get as close to their peak as possible.
Well, you know, Vitality are pretty close to their peak right now. as they hear the words of wisdom. If there's anyone to tell you to be careful going into the last game, it would be that guy. I think I don't want to scare Vitality fans. Eversax and his previous team, Carmine Corp, had some of the best win records after a timeout was called. So if there's going to be a team to beat Vitality, it's the team Eversax is coaching after they call a timeout. They only need one game here. They could go many different ways with this. It looked like both teams opened game 6 with physical game. That was the plan, right? Let's just get in there. None of this. We've got to stop with the clean infield passes. We've got to stop with the flip resets. Let's just bump and demo them. And that, it sounds simple, but it actually is a really good switch up to hit teams with. They both did it at the same time, and it kind of canceled each other out. But are they going to go back to that hyper aggression, early interceptions? Are they going to let Vitality play their game? I think it's a bad idea if they do, but let's find out. It's game 7, and it's already Zen firing top shot and in. Vitality are up by 1 already.
What on earth is this plot armor?
Ouais, d'accord, ok.
Ils ont pas le temps.
Toujours plus.
I mean 0 and 4 when it comes to kick-off goals against
Voilà, qu'ils doivent manger après.
They've got one off.
Ils ont un buté à prendre.
C'est ça. There, you'd take him pretty much against anyone in the world not named Rawas. And last time I checked, he's not in this region. Big trouble for Gentlemates. They have had the advantage all series long. And now, it swung against him. It's Alpha, saved by Seiko to keep it at 1-0. What a save that might be. Because if Vitality go 2 up in 30 seconds, you might as well call this one early. Just say...
Mais, ah ouais, j'avoue, là c'est la balle de match dans les deux équipes. Oh, c'est horrible.
They are unstoppable.
Ah, c'est officiellement la dernière game du coup.
Delays it and has to take 2 players out. Who's stolen as well? So Vitality might smell blood in the water here. Clear is going to take away any offensive hopes from Vitality. Oh, and that was so dangerous as well, but managed to get the buy-in actually, and a full dive. As for Dosen yet again, just cutting his way through these defenders.
Cheeky by Alpha, but he set Zen's up. And Zen with the flip reset, stealing double ground pinch after the mind game. Oh, how does he even come up with this? He sticks around in offense to look for some demos in the aftermath, but Gentlemates have survived the incoming pressure.
Already up. Who's first to it? Juicy liked his chances. Something that's happening now for Gentlemates is that they're fully diving for plays that they are losing outright. Need to pick and choose their opportunities a little bit more. Alpha's going to continue to chase up. Steals the 100 as well. Does he have the infield option? Does he want the infield option? He's trying to take out goalkeepers, and Seiko had to matrix around and find some way to that ball.
Yeah, it's the second time this game Seiko has stopped Zen from point-blank range. Great defense by the OG French Open-Era rookie. And now at the other end is Zen returning the favor. Alpha looking to get it past Itachi. Can't do it. And Itachi is looking to bump Zen out of the way. He's now got no boost in the back corner. And of course he goes for the 50-50. Really smart play by Zen there. Buying his team some time. Making sure they don't concede immediately, but they might concede anyway. Nope, Seiko's missed his tuck.
Yeah, difficult to get the fake out when players are kind of directly in line with the ball.
Faut que ça marque du côté des Naïters.
First touch kind of let him down. Second one was unbelievable.
Il n'y a pas d'autre choix.
Yeah, a little pogo outplay there from Alpha. In fact, he might have attempted to shoot that one on target. It's into their end now, but they've got control. They've got boost. Juicy fakes it middle for Itachi. He's dropping it back to Juicy. Great read on the pass there. Alpha 54 saw exactly what Gentlemates were up to.
It's becoming a little bit of a goal drought here for Gentlemates. They are over 15 minutes since their last goal. Gotta get something on the board within the next 2. Zen infield, Alpha goes backboard, double tap, and Seiko again caught into action for the defense.
Yeah, Seiko's his saves in this game have been what's keeping Gentlemates competitive. It could very easily be 2 or 3 for Vitality. Where's the goal? That is the question for Gentlemates. Earlier on, it seemed like they could score which way they wanted, but now Vitality have leveled up, and it's become a whole lot harder for Gentlemates to find any way through to a shot on target, far less a goal.
Alpha can't get to it. Radosin off the wall. So only out to Zen, who doesn't get as much on the challenge as he would have liked, but Vitality have not got the same issue they had in games 1 and 2. Their second player up has been so much quicker to it. There's the infield. Oh! Seiko pre-jumped that in the last game, and he arrived to it when his team needed him most.
Oh, what a pass from Vitality. Seiko barely had to change his angle of arrival.
Avec la petite passe et tout.
And pointed his car at the ball.
Avec une milieu à la fin, franchement. Ça fait plaisir.
Delivering with all kinds of drama.
1 minute. Is that now momentum? Double commit there. Alpha. It's only out to Itachi, who misses.
Oh, Radosin really had to use every urge of self-control not to just slam that top bins of his own net, but he just left the ball to bounce off the back wall. Incredible mental resilience in the critical moment. Final minutes still in game 7, still tied.
Radosin only as far as Juicy. Itachi waits in the midfield. Doesn't get the ball though, because Alpha has won that so cleanly. In goes Zen. Those are the sort of challenges that defensively you don't like to see, because that ball can go anywhere. Alpha's having none of it right now. He is pre-jumping everything for defense.
He stayed upfield as well, Radosin, with space to follow, and it's Zen to slam in the go-ahead goal. 11 seconds to go. Alpha creates a path for Radosin, and Zen got the follow-up first. Slot to 1 Vitality.
Non, c'est pas chaud, mais... C'est pas chaud, c'est fini là, c'est tout, point barre.
Have got one more chance at this. It's off the kickoff.
C'est pas fini.
Attends, c'est pas fini, ils en mettent un autre. Quoi? Oh putain.
Let's go.
Oh incroyable. Oh incroyable. Oh la lucarne qui passe des pick-ups. Oh j'avais pas vu, je pensais que c'était pour les lucards. Oh là là. Oh ils vont nous faire un autre overtime.
Yes.
Ah putain, dommage. Ouais. Putain. Heureusement, la balle touche à vraiment un micro-millimètre d'écart.
Ils ont perdu. Yes.
Oui.
Let's go.
Ah c'est ça.
Allez.
Allez boum, les champions du monde, ça dégage.
Ciao.
Wow, c'était beau.
Kick-off goal.
They will have to bounce back in our second open qualifier.
Oh, man, it looked like a champion's comeback for Vitality. 11 seconds to go. They take the lead in Game 7 after being down by so many goals, so many games. But you know, a champion's response was countered by a champ 1.
Hey, mange ton seum.
Regarde Péripique derrière. Il fait dépressif.
Allez, ciao.
We all agree that was just ridiculous. And it's a high pressure situation, but it's very obvious where it all went wrong there for Vitality to lose the lead. And yeah,
ah là 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 là, ils ont fait les malins. Allez hop, le
one more than any team in recent memory, but the loss still hurts the most.
Wow. I mean, wow. The gauntlet is thrown down now.
Oh, ils ont tous la haine.
Ils ont tellement la haine.
Oh là 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 là.
And gentlemen,
ah, ça fait du bien
we
pour
can
ça.
now take that leftovers moniker and throw it away. They are full-on challengers for this season. And they will be also very happy to hold that one tight to themselves. They've done it.
Ah, pour qu'ils aient la haine, c'est la preuve qu'ils faisaient pas semblant, tu vois.
RLCS tournament of this roster.
Ouais, là, tu vois que ça jouait quoi.
Non, non, là,
tu vois que ça jouait fort, fort, fort.
Ouais, à la fin, ça jouait. Pas à dire.
Ouais, au début, pas trop.
Their own worst enemy. It started with a close cheek kick-off goal for Vitality. It was perfect infield passes to
Seiko, il a bien joué sur ce match-là.
And it was Zen again. Second goal of the game. You thought, okay, it's happening. He's still the main character, but
Attends, je vais quitter le live.
the kick-off, and they've lost.
Ouais, Seiko, il a mis les 2
They've
buts.
lost their tournament for the first time.
And we will be with our
Il a mis les 3 buts, Seiko.
finals after this break.
Ouais, Seiko, il a tout défoncé. Hein.
Seiko, il était chaud là. Là, le prochain, c'est K-Corp contre Team BDS.
D'accord, le BDS, ça va être chaud aussi. Hein.
Attends, mais il rejoue
Ça
après.
va être compliqué.
La grande finale
Ça
après.
rejoue après?
Ouais. Du coup,
Ah ouais, putain.
Gentlemate contre...
C'est à quelle heure la grande
ça va être
finale?
les gagnants, hein. Les gagnants
C'est-
de Kameto de K-Corp ou de Team BDS.
Le BDS. C'est pas vrai que ce soit BDS, ça mettrait en confiance déjà.
Bah ouais, c'est
Parce
ça.
qu'ils les ont déjà battus. Mais c'est à quelle heure la grande finale du coup?
Je vais regarder. Génial. Je pense que ça va être à la suite. Hein.
Le kick-off tout à la fin. Ouf. Le kick-off goal il était incroyable.
Je sais pas, mais je pense que ça va être tout à l'heure. En finale du qualifier. Ah, je vais voir.
Ouais.
Apparemment ils disent 19h. C'est le playoff de la grande finale.
C'est ce que j'ai dit.
Ouais. Non mais je te confirme. Ouais c'est ça, de 19h.
Il est quelle heure d'ailleurs? Ah, il est 18h.
Du coup on fait quoi? On fait un peu de Rocket League avec TFN en attendant et
Moi je suis sur Rocket là.
sur Rocket.
Allez, ça. Moi je suis sur Rocket, je ne bug plus, ça c'est incroyable. Conclusion, j'ai pu améliorer, pu aller en compétitif. Ceux en MV1, ils sont tous finis. À part un gros con qui faisait que troller, il attendait dans les cages, il a arrêté mes tirs et il...
Appelle TFN comme ça on peut l'inviter.
Ah
bah non attends, invitation à un groupe, accepté. Ah bah parce qu'il y est plus. Je suis con.
J'aurais pas dit que t'étais con, j'aurais dit que t'étais moins intelligent que la moyenne. Merde. Ah, alors du coup... Ouais, non. Hop, c'est bon. En match et j'arrive.
De quoi?
Finis mon match et j'arrive.
Et TFN il arrive quand? Tu lui as envoyé un message?
Faut que je l'appelle et là aussi je finis mon match.
Non, il faut pas finir son match, il faut appeler tout de suite.
D'accord, et ben je mets des buts.
Ah, voilà, faut marquer.
Bon, je vais pas mettre de but. Ah bah tu bien avant moi. Il reste de lentilles?
De quoi?
Non, c'est à ma mère que je parlais, mais je sais. Il est trop con ce gosse. Je vais l'encastrer.
Qui ça?
Anti-mate. Mais même moi j'aurais pas osé ça. Hein. Il est arrivé plein sur la balle et puis il a marqué en toute décontraction, mais contre notre camp. Alors vraiment il a foncé dessus de toutes ses forces. Hein. Non, c'était à ma mère que je parlais pour les lentilles parce que elle est rentrée, elle a pris un truc et elle est repartie. Mais apparemment elle a pas envie de me parler donc... Et peut-être qu'elle pensait que c'était pas à elle que je parlais. Mais bon. Dans le doute, on va dire qu'elle a pas envie de me parler.
C'est dommage, putain, il y a un tournoi dans 47 minutes.
Bon, allez, hop, votez pour concéder.
Si on le fait, on ne pourra pas regarder le match.
On va pas regarder le match.
Non, c'est mort. Le match est prioritaire.
Ok. Moi j'ai hésité à faire celui de 17h de tournoi. Hein. Mais même.
Non, j'ai pas vraiment hésité. Allez, appelle Chouchou.
Ah mais moi je m'en fous, j'avais ton live. Hey. Hey. En plus j'ai loupé un appel de lui.
Sûrement pour te dire ouais, vous m'appelez.
Je suis hors 1 entre les 3.
Moi ça m'énerve, j'ai descendu.
Allô. Tu viens jouer avec nous ou pas? Ok, à tout. Roquette.
Il arrive.
Oui, apparemment.
Nice.
Merde, c'était pas option chouette. Je clique vers le menu près. Quoi?
When my fingers touch the screen, it gets physical. You got everything I need, it's medicinal. If I didn't have you now, I'd be miserable. Is this the
Tiens Jules, tu préfères ce press? Tu préfères...
Apparemment, il est dans le téléchargement. Hein. Je dis ça, je dis rien.
Ouais, tu sais.
J'en sais rien, il m'a dit je suis dans le téléchargement.
Ok. Tu préfères ce preset là que j'ai?
Ouais.
Ou celui-là?
Celui que tu avais avant.
L'équipe de France?
L'équipe de France, évidemment. Je le mets en GeForce, comme ça on peut faire des... gagner des parties.
Vas-y. Attends, t'es fou, attends, nul, il est là. Attends, t'es sûr de vouloir aller en partie avec lui? Parce qu'il va tomber contre des... Il va tomber côté diamant champion là.
Bah, on s'en fout, c'est en GeForce. Après, comme avant, on fait tous de la merde. C'est gravité 0, accélération x10 et balle en rebondissement lente. Rebondissement. Oh. Ah, donc après, comme avant, on va tous faire de la merde. Hein.
Ouais, c'est vrai.
Même toi et moi, on va faire nawak. Hein. Et puis de toute façon, c'est en occasionnel, donc pas très grave. Hein.
Ah, attends. Bon. Mais vas-y.
Ouais, il m'a invité aussi.
Vas-y, on y va, parce que je crois qu'il sait pas rejoindre.
Et on va sur le canal de groupe.
Ouais.
Canal de groupe ou pas?
Est-ce qu'il a activé ça?
Je pense pas qu'il est activé. Il est parti, écoute. Ah merde, du coup il a mis en quoi? Oh bon, je comprends. Là on aura juste à maintenir l'adversaire à 0. Parce que je crois qu'il a lancé un match. Ouais, il a lancé.
Ouais, en classe. C'est en classé? Non.
Je sais pas. J'espère pas.
Non, non, c'est pas classé.
Non, ça va pas l'air d'être classé. TK double.
Ouais.
Bien joué. Non, je t'aurais pas.
Merde.
Putain, je comptais avoir, mais je l'ai pas eu. Bien joué. Oh non.
Non! Ah, je suis trop court. Ouais, ça va. Tranquille. Ah, je l'ai poussé dessus, je suis con.
Tu là?
Je suis pas là.
T'inquiète, t'inquiète. Pour l'instant, ils ont pas tilté sur le ballon. Je crois qu'il est en train de crever. Ah bah voilà.
Il est en train de mourir.
J'espère que Booz il va nous faire rire.
Bien joué.
Oh elle est belle.
Ah, c'est moi!
Oh elle est magnifique. Oh elle est magnifique. À quel moment tu t'es dit ah là, petit finish.
Je te jure, je pensais pas.
Ah putain, moi je l'ai mis sur toi en espérant que ça y aille, mais en vrai... Je t'ai vu, je me suis dit, bon ok, il va faire un finish. Logique, mais non.
Merci.
Tu peux la continuer, ce serait pas mal. Ah putain, mais c'est pas trop.
Ah, il a compris.
Ah merde, putain, je vais direct.
Je bug.
Moi aussi, peut-être ça va. Je l'ai dégagé. Ok, Knackley. Knackley. Inès, tu as celle-là? Bien joué.
Ouais, je crois.
T'inquiète, j'ai.
Je suis de l'autre côté s'il veut. Ah non.
Non, on peut pas. Merde, pardon. My bad.
Non, il m'a bump.
Ah, je me suis fait des mots.
Allez, frappe là. Oh non, Jules.
Ouais, c'est drôle, je t'aurais juste dégagé. Hein. Non. Tu fais chier, vas-y.
Let's go.
Joli la double tap.
Merci. Par contre, il a quoi Tiffen là? Il est parti ou?
Je sais pas. Il est toujours dans le groupe, hein. Mais je crois qu'il s'est fait dégager. Hein.
Mais comment ça se fait?
Je crois qu'il était juste une activité. Une activité, je pense. Il bougeait plus. Voilà.
Merde.
On la met au middle. Ah putain, j'avais
Elle est
pas
cadrée?
vu.
Ah, elle est belle.
Bah. Là, il y a eu aucun effort de fait. Hein. Ah, là,
Ouais.
là
Ah bah voilà, il s'est vengé. Après il faudra que tu l'appelles à la fin du match pour lui expliquer que comment... Putain mais ça y est, arrêtez de bump. Comment rejoindre le canal.
Ouais. Mais je pense que c'est pas ça qu'il a dérangé. Là. Ah putain. C'est l'a recadré mais...
C'est cadré.
Non, c'est pas cadré. Ou alors il l'a décadré et là il est bon. Ça je voulais apprendre.
Ça y est, arrête de bump.
Ah,
Bien joué.
bien.
Je suis au milieu.
Ah,
je pensais pas. Oh oui, tu peux là.
Non.
Dommage. Il est... Ah là là, c'est dommage.
il était tout devant, si je bourrinais, je me faisais avoir. Attention,
T'inquiète, j'y suis. Ah, c'est pas...
il y
Ça
a
me prend
moyen
pas.
d'y aller.
Non, dommage.
Oh, dommage.
Vas-y, je quitte le...
Oh, il était dessous.
Je quitte le match. Là,
Ouais,
voilà.
moi aussi.
Ok.
Là, j'étais... Combien de là Mais attends, mais lui, in-game. Comme ça, il comprend. Ah non, il a relancé. C'est pas ça que j'ai.
Attends, appelle-le. Comme ça, tu lui expliques comment rejoindre le canal. Parce qu'à mon avis, s'il a arrêté, c'est parce qu'il devait chercher comment nous parler, je pense.
Je sais pas. Bah, pourquoi il a relancé direct alors?
Je sais pas. Peut-être qu'il s'est dit, ouais, bon, bah, ça sert à rien, ça marche pas.
Ouais, je suis désolé. Tu es là. Si tu veux le chat vocal, c'est dans paramètres et tu vas dans le chat. T'as dit quoi? Je disais, si tu veux le chat vocal, c'est dans paramètres et chat. Bah oui. À ton avis, pourquoi on est si bien coordonnés? Ouah, putain, belle.
Merci.
Ouais, fais-le là maintenant. Tu mets le menu.
Let's go.
Tu mets le menu, tu vas dans paramètres. Menu. Paramètres. T'as chat tout à la fin. Et t'as paramètres de chat vocal. Et dans le premier, tu peux l'activer.
Ok, je me suis fait des mots.
Wow!
Ah, dommage.
Si je...
Ah, ça y est, on t'entend.
Ah, c'est bon.
Ok, c'est bon. Ciao.
Allez.
Il a dégagé tout seul. Il a oublié où. Là, je pouvais arrêter à faire.
Merde, je kebab.
T'as quoi?
J'ai failli avoir la double tap.
Ma bump.
Ah ouais, moi je comprends pas leur truc.
Ah merde, c'est ça que je voulais avoir. Je l'ai encore.
Ah,
Ah
c'est chaud.
putain, il a réussi à tirer avant. J'avais plus beaucoup de boost, j'avais pris un.
Faire à rien un peu, non?
Non, en
Ça
plus,
va, ça va, ouais.
tu m'as fait une belle passe tout à l'heure. Hein.
Car moi, même ça, j'arrive pas. Ok, voilà.
Va tout droit, hein, ça ira.
Bien. Beau tir.
Désolé, c'est fait que peut-être un peu prise. Mais là, c'était procédure d'extrême urgence.
J'avoue, la tir est nulle.
En plus. Putain, il l'avait grave.
Après, est-ce qu'il aurait peut-être mis en hauteur? On sait pas. J'ai eu le toi. Ah mais non, c'est putain. Je confonds.
Ah, je peux pas, moi j'ai 0 boost.
Ah, il m'a niqué.
Là, faut que ce soit toi qui gères. Je vais faire.
Mais attends, on a la même voiture, toi et moi, Jules?
Non, oui, moi là aussi je l'ai, mais je l'ai pas mis pour.
On fait le trio Fennec après? Ah non, c'est la GTI qui l'a.
C'est la GTI, ouais.
Merde.
Inès.
Merde.
Ah putain, il était peut-être un peu long. C'est un peu trop vers le middle. Franchement, l'angle était magnifique, je trouve. Je trouve que mon angle était parfait. Je l'aurais mis dans les petits filets, ça aurait été splendide. Non, en vérité, c'est juste arrêter à balle pour que les personnes qui l'apprennent. Reviens en défense, peut-être.
Oh!
Ah putain, je suis allé trop vite. Allez, c'est à toi. Oh, bien joué. Inès, go. Putain, tu fais chier à reprendre les buts.
Vas-y, Tiffen, fonce.
Ah, je peux pas.
En aucun cas. Vas-y.
Tu vas la remettre au centre.
Non. On retourne en défense ici. Ouais, bien ça. Au moins t'as pu la dégager. Je pense à prendre des petits pas de jeunes.
Ouais, les boosts.
Oh oui, je vis. Ouais, pense à prendre des boosts par moment. Ça peut servir. Pas toujours à les utiliser. Je les utilise pas toujours. Mais ça peut être utile.
Je peux pas l'avoir.
Ah, j'étais super mal placé. J'aurais dû me replacer. Ok, -1.
Hein? Tiens.
Bien joué ça.
T'es fait? Ah non. J'ai fait la passe vers toi, mais t'es pas.
Ah, ça va être juste. Non!
Allez!
Oh, gagné!
Ah, yes!
Incroyable! Full chance! Je crois que c'est la petite rotation vers l'intérieur qui l'a validé.
Ah, la merde! C'est bon, arrête. C'est bon, là, vous m'entendez?
Ouais.
C'est fort?
Bah oui. Let's go.
Ah merde.
Excuse.
Non, je voulais y aller en même temps que toi, c'était juste, mais je voulais appeler.
Non! Oui!
Oh non, je l'ai raflé.
Vas-y, tu es faite. Oh, bien. Bon. Je fais chier.
Ah ouais, mais c'est chaud.
Ça va être en prolongue.
Net. Oh, je m'attendais pas à ce temps aussi rapide. Oh, sinon j'avais la bonne phrase. Bon, elle est. Ah merde. Ouais, c'est du pain, mais ma gueule.
J'ai zéro boost. Stéphane, va-t-il. Oh oui, nickel. On va dire reprends là. Ah non. Je suis peut-être abusé. Vas-y, vas-y, chou. Ah dommage. Je vais aller.
Oui, c'est bon.
Oh non, vous aurez pas de boost.
Non. Je...
Non, elle n'est
Laisse-la,
pas.
laisse-la. Je lui mets au champ.
Stéphane.
Non. C'est ma faute, c'est ma faute.
Oh, elle est belle.
C'est ma faute, je lui fais passe au centre.
Ah, en même temps, le rebond, là, le rebond, il était traître. Hein. Mais alors, tu as parfaitement marqué tout. C'est exactement ça ce qu'il faut que tu fasses. Mais dans
T'as les autres cases.
Attends, on demande la revanche quand même. Hein.
Revanche.
Revanche.
On fait quoi? Revanche, ouais.
T'as juste à mettre prêt.
Ah, ok, prêt. Bah, j'ai mis revanche, donc...
Non, il faut que tu remettes.
Non, non, mais il faut que tu le mettes prêt.
Pourquoi à côté de vous, il y a marqué Lyon et pas moi?
Parce que.
Pourquoi pas?
Pourquoi? T'as une team, Inès?
Ouais.
Je peux rentrer dans la team?
Non.
Pourquoi?
Pourquoi pas? Oh! Ah putain, dommage, j'étais persuadé qu'elle était carrée. Ah! Ah non. Tu l'as, Inès? Yeah, ouais.
Mais pourquoi?
Mais pourquoi pas?
Mais c'est pas... Je parle pas à toi.
Monte ton niveau et ensuite on verra.
Ah ouais, c'est comme ça.
Bah oui.
Bah oui, c'est comme ça.
Merde.
Inès, Stéphane, mets-toi devant les cases. Ok. Je voulais que ce soit un Stéphane, mais ok, why not?
Bourrin.
En plus, il y a 3 personnes en dessous de ma face.
Et mon explosion de but, elle est incroyable. Le
Ah oui,
dragon
mais
là.
j'avais même pas remarqué que t'avais acheté le dragon en papier. Attends, Thérèse. Or toi. Yeah, ouais.
Let's go.
J'ai fait un double arrêt là.
Je rêve où t'étais en train de t'entraîner aux aériennes.
Hein?
T'es en train de t'entraîner aux aériennes.
Je sais pas moi, je mettais mon boost en l'air.
Ouais, c'est ça.
C'est une AFM, c'est comme ça. En l'air.
Bonne explication.
Ah, je peux pas faire mieux, hein.
La passe. Si, merci. Merde.
Wouah, j'ai déconné beaucoup trop tard.
Ah, je peux pas. Je l'ai pas.
Je le mets, Stéphane, c'est dommage. C'est pas toi.
Ouais, devant.
Dans le Waouh, le rebond de merde, Vous allez finir le bloc tout. Merde, je parie que c'est toi qui les a eu les sandwichs, Inès.
À ton avis.
Bah oui. puissance. Oh le fouet, oh la puissance. Oh ils y sont allés au culot. Roi-le le culot. Allez, j'ai l'impression que c'était une bonne tête.
Moi?
J'y vais.
Oui.
Ça c'est arcade qui suit de très proche le ballon. Oui. Ah putain, je l'avais, j'aurais dû te le dire avant.
Oh putain, il m'a pas. Ça y est, arrête, c'est bon. T'as compris, tu voulais me mettre.
Putain, merde. J'en ai occupé un là, à vous de jouer.
Prends le boost là.
Oh t'inquiète. Accepte-toi. Oh putain de merde. C'est chaud derrière là. C'est bon, je vais.
C'est pas moi qui t'ai bump. Là oui, c'est moi.
Nickel. Oh, je savais que c'était pas toi, je savais que c'était un...
Hey Tiffen.
Oh oui, il est. Ah, c'est fait.
J'ai plus de boost.
Prends les petits.
T'as pas besoin de boost, forcément pour avancer. Hein. Pour avancer sur le côté, t'as pas besoin de boost. Hein. Mais pour cette vidéo, oui, par contre. C'est pour ça que je te dis pas utiliser tout le temps. Merde.
Ah là, je l'ai pas.
Putain, les murs, c'est vraiment mon point faible en fait. C'est incroyable. C'est nul à chier. Et là, je vais rien faire.
Entrée. Prolongation. Donc le boost. Je l'ai pas eu.
Il y a pas de prolongation.
Et tu veux que je fasse quoi? J'ai plus de boost.
J'ai rien dit,
J'ai rien
dit, c'est Tiffen qui a dit prolongation.
Prolongation, rien du tout. Là, faut que tu fasses un petit viol. Alors, pas pour les coups par contre.
Bonsoir, Josepha, j'ai vu tes appels manqués là. C'est bon. Tiens. On fait quoi là?
On demande la revanche. Comme ça, vous n'aurez pas vaincu. Bon, d'accord, ils sont comme tout avoués vaincus par contre.
Tiens.
Voilà, c'est juste qu'on tombe sur des gars un peu moins bons.
Tiens.
On était presque loin de savoir.
Ton objectif, Tiffen, c'est d'avoir 100 points.
Oh, ton objectif, c'est de marquer un but.
Bah toi, tu m'en as volé un l'autre fois.
Ouais, oh. C'est pas volé.
100
Si,
points,
clairement.
c'est faisable.
100 points, c'est large, faisable.
Oui.
Putain, mais c'est incroyable ça. Faut vraiment que je m'entraîne avec les ballons sur les murs. Parce que je suis nul à chier.
Tiffen,
Ouais,
tu fais
pourrais
quoi?
pas. Non, je pourrais pas.
Hein?
C'est
Tu
ma
joues pas là.
Mais non, c'est eux, ils commencent à me frapper et tout là.
Mais tu t'en fous, c'est normal.
Ça me frappait. On dirait que t'es torturé.
C'est normal, tu leur fais la même chose sinon. Jules.
Pour avoir 100 points, faut faire quoi au moins?
Tu fais un arrêt ou un but. Un but c'est 100 points.
Oh, marqué. Oh putain, il était magnifique. Il casse les couilles tous. Oh mon truc était magnifique. Je dois rien savoir.
Merde.
Oh putain, merde.
Non!
À ghost touch.
Prends le boost, il dégage. Allez, c'est peine, évite de nous coller. Faut vraiment prendre de l'espace. Alors parfois je colle Inès parce qu'on était dans la même direction sans faire exprès, mais bon.
T'es en live là, Inès, ou pas?
Ouais. Lui il est bon lui, le rouge.
Je vais contrer à vous. J'aurais des tonnes d'arrêt là par contre. Ah, si, continue. Ah, à toi Stéphane.
Ah, je vois pas.
Ouh.
J'ai vu que tu paniquais, je me suis dit je vais venir.
Bah, j'avais le ballon au-dessus de la tête et je pouvais rien faire. Non. Non plus. Bien joué ça, Stéphane.
On sait pas qui est là.
Moi non plus, c'est pour ça que t'es... Oh oui, Stéphane.
Tu m'as poussé. Fallait pas me pousser moi, fallait pousser le ballon.
Franchement, l'intention était bonne, mais la finalité, c'était pas top. Stéphane, reviens en défense,
Putain, il
Oh, bien
tasse
joué.
qu'il a mis.
Ah putain, le salaud, il a pris le boost. C'est qu'il y a comme boost là, sachez-le. Ouais, voilà. J'aurais pu avoir si j'avais eu du boost, mais là...
C'est à toi d'y aller, Tiffany, normalement là.
Ah,
Allez, bah t'es un truc de fou ça quand même.
Vas-y, Stéphane. Oh oui, bien. Yes, tu peux l'avoir? Non, ok.
Merde.
Ça fait un. J'ai payé un marqueur.
on fait quoi là?
Tu veux t'entraîner ou tu veux continuer contre des mecs qui sont un peu plus forts?
Bah vas-y, on continue.
Ouais.
Ça veut dire quoi, titre?
Après, on regardera le match.
Ça veut dire quoi, titre? Retro Fighter.
Pro Fighter, c'est un disque que t'as gagné pour aller un petit temps de temps ensemble.
En gros, comme nous on a gagnant de tournoi.
Comme nous gagnons du tournoi, et puis toi, tu auras ce que t'as gagné. C'est pas très important, hein, ça donne aucun avantage.
Ok, là c'est moi.
Après aux alentours de 19h, on ira pas. Match.
Ouais.
Parce qu'il est quelle heure là? Il est
18h46.
J'y suis tout seul. Je vois pas la balle, mais bon. En retrait.
Ah merde, putain, j'étais en train de l'amener vers toi justement, c'était.
47, ouais, il est 18h47.
Oh, Stéphane, c'est par toi. Ah, dommage. T'énerve pas. Hein.
Ah non, rien.
Ouais, j'ai essayé de la dégager comme c'est faux et pareil.
Quelqu'un.
J'y suis.
Bien joué.
Ouais, moi aussi.
Ouais, tiens.
Yes. Nickel. Je la reprends.
Ah, j'ai pas.
Ah, je la fais trop fort. Peut-être un peu. Ouais, trop long.
Elle est magnifique.
Oh putain. Oh, je l'ai vu arriver, je me suis dit, celle-là, je l'ai avec tout
Elle est sur toi là, tu pouvais pas la rater.
Là, franchement, elle est magnifique.
Elle atterrit pile au milieu.
Ah, j'aurais pu arrêter, mais c'était chaud.
Raté.
Oula.
Ouais, j'y suis. Merde, attends, il me pousse, mais c'est dit. Ouais, tu m'as vu.
Tiens. Non.
Oh, dommage, pas loin. Inès, t'es au calme. Bien joué.
Je gère la défense. J'ai fait de la merde là, mais t'inquiète.
Non, pas de problème. Pour un fan, on s'en
Ouais,
J'ai essayé les brains, c'était pas parfaitement concluant.
toujours possible.
Ah putain, je voulais la prendre.
Je la croise. Ah non, putain.
Stéphane, vas-y. Oh, dommage, j'ai foutu une patate.
Ça y est, abuse.
C'était pute.
Je suis au calme.
Ouais, je joue au cage. Ah bah non.
Pourquoi il m'a pas fait sauter?
Yes. Ouais.
Je bug. Non, j'ai failli l'arrêter. Mais je bug.
Non, c'est moi en fait, regarde ce qu'il a fait. Il l'a aplati au dernier moment. Du coup, bah moi j'ai sauté pour l'avoir et en fait ça l'a aplati l'arrêté.
Ça.
Oh dommage.
J'ai 107 de ping.
J'ai pas. Tout beau. Ah, là par contre ça me fait chier.
Wesh. Attends, mais vas-y, un truc de ouf ça quand même.
Attention au centre.
Ah, on n'a pas compris le même centre en fait.
Ouais, non, faut... Mais attends, est-ce que tu as une flèche autour de ta voiture, Stéphane?
Ouais, qui m'indique où elle est le ballon.
Putain, c'est pour ça, t'es pas en... Ah, pardon. T'es pas en caméra ballon depuis le début. Oh,
Non.
Oh, Inès. Ah, putain, dommage.
Pourquoi? C'est...
X. La TGO.
Ah, caméra ballon.
Et là, normalement, tu vois le ballon.
Ouais, attends, j'y vais, j'y suis. Ouais,
Ok,
un la
c'est
Messi.
Let's
Messi.
go.
Je les avais tous brain, à partir de là, c'était good. Petit crochet, ça dégage. Bah, ça c'est peine, c'est à toi. Bien joué. Ah, j'ai eu faire un truc, j'ai eu être insolent.
Aucun XP. Ok.
Non, XP. Ah, pourtant, t'en as eu 18 quand même. Hein,
De quoi?
Des points.
de score.
C'est beaucoup?
C'est... Ben, voilà, notre hésitation avec Inès, c'est... Dis-nous si c'est beaucoup ou pas.
Hein?
Regarde nos scores avec Inès et dis-nous si c'est beaucoup.
Ok. Est-ce que vous pouvez m'échanger des voitures?
Non, on peut plus maintenant.
Non, on peut plus.
Moi je voulais...
Et moi, je pouvais pas télécharger absolument parce qu'il n'y avait pas l'échange interplateforme. Mais, oh oui. Ah, j'ai cru qu'il y avait R30, c'est fini. Là, c'est chaud. Mais comment... Oh non, tiens. Attention.
Je suis.
Oh putain. J'ai failli la retaper. Et alors... Ouais.
Stéphane, pourquoi t'as pas bougé tout à l'heure? Là.
Là. Précisément là. Ouais, moi je peux rien faire. J'étais de dos, je vais faire backflip et mon max.
Bon, les BDS apparemment ils gagnent. 3-0. Ah ouais.
Merde, pardon. Vas-y, dégage. Putain, mais vous avez arrêté, fille, de tous me prendre les boosts, là. Oh, j'ai eu un décalage.
Allez, Stéphane, tape là. Jules, c'est à toi.
Et... Oh. rien à faire. Je l'ai retapé en espérant que ça fasse une passe et en fait... mais rentrez.
Belle passe. Belle passe. Magnifique.
Franchement. Et... Je voulais juste l'arrêter, moi.
T'es fait à toi là.
Non, tu... Ah. Je voulais pas qu'il la touche parce que je l'avais. Non, il est pas. J'ai.
Non.
Non, c'était fait exprès. Alors là, c'était pertinemment fait exprès, t'inquiète. Tu sais quoi, pour me racheter de cette frayeur... Ah non. Oh putain, je suis pas sorti. Non, 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 oh la double. Ah dommage.
Trop, j'étais trop bas.
Inès, tu peux avoir une deuxième fois?
Ah putain.
Allez, ça dégage.
Dommage.
Oh, j'y ai cru. Oh, Inès.
Let's go.
Oh, elle est magnifique. Oh là 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 là.
Regarde d'où je pars.
Yo. Oh, tu avais tellement pré-shot cette passe.
Belle passe en tout cas.
Ah, il était magnifique. Et ton tir était...
Stephen, fallait y aller.
Il va y avoir mieux pour cette passe. Merde.
Attention Jules, c'est cadré là. Là, le double. Ok.
Bah, de toute façon, t'aurais pu me dire ce que tu veux, j'avais 0 de... Je voulais pas faire grand chose.
Non mais c'est une blague.
Oh. Oh, tu as vu la tentative d'encler perdu là? J'y ai cru mais de tout mon cœur.
Excuse-moi, j'avais pas vu que t'avais...
Ouais, c'est... Mais faut que je te dise vraiment quand je veux attaquer ou pas. Parce que là, j'aurais pu l'avoir, mais genre, c'était pas sûr en fait.
Vas-y, frappe.
Bah, tu l'as dévié au dernier moment. Tu avais vu que je l'avais là.
Oui, oui. Stephen. Oh, dommage, là c'était pour toi.
Quelqu'un?
Je suis pas là. Ah, quoique j'aurais pu. J'ai pas voulu la frapper parce que j'ai vu que
C'est
Stephen
la merde.
l'avait.
Ouais, c'est la merde.
C'est abusé.
Putain, avec la petite grosse barre.
Allez, pas y aller, Stephen. là.
Vas-y.
Quand t'es comme ça, quand t'es derrière nous, il faut y aller après.
Allez. Désolé, c'est moi. Oui, monsieur. C'est qui le patron ici? C'est Bibi.
Magnifique.
Ça. Alors, je pense qu'elle a touché le sol.
Là, c'est à toi, Stephen.
Vas-y, Inès.
Stéphane,
Oh,
ça peut être à toi
Stéphane.
là. Je le démo. Ah, je l'ai raté.
Attention, Sam. Hop. Ah, Inès. Non, non. Inès, à toi. Ouais, je pouvais pas, j'avais.
Allez, Stéphane, tu la marques.
Mais je peux pas, c'est en l'air. Attends, laisse. Merde.
Non, on peut pas la laisser trop longtemps non plus. Joli.
Non.
Je l'ai arrêté, mais là, voilà, là, tu peux pas faire. Arrête là.
Ah, mais pourquoi ça? Je m'en fous. Ah oui, parce que du coup, c'est pas fini.
Pourquoi c'est pas fini?
Non, non, c'est fini, mais là, c'est fini.
Ah oui, et du coup, c'est pour ça que t'as pas arrêté de mettre gelé.
Oui, je voulais dire GG, mais il m'était gelé.
Il est 19h.
Ouais, attends. Non, non, c'est pas fini. C'est pas fini encore.
Ah, ok. Bon, c'est bon, on peut en faire une dernière.
Vous voulez pas qu'on fasse un match tous les deux contre moi? Comme ça, tu lui donnes des astuces.
Ouais,
un
ok.
peu. Retourne au salon, Tiffen.
On fait quitter vers le... Ouais.
Et nomme-moi chef.
Ah, là, je sais pas faire.
Alors.
Tu vas tout en bas sur les petites têtes. Et tu choisis la tête qui est en bleu.
Bah, il y en a deux en bleu.
Bah, tu regardes, il y en a une qui s'appelle
Il
IMS
y en
313103.
a une, aussitôt que tu cliques dessus, c'est IMS.
C'est bon.
Ok, nickel, je lance une game.
Attends. Fais du son.
Ah ouais, c'est les pages.
Je mets pas de temps, comme ça on quittera dès que c'est bon.
Ouais, attends une unité.
Oh Oh Oh
Comme ça, Stéphane, tu m'écoutes et je te donne des conseils. On va se mettre tous les deux comme tu. Tu rejoins l'ennemi. L'équipe orange, je fais. Voilà. Là, on va y aller tous les deux, d'accord? C'est la balle. Oui? Ah, putain, dommage. Vas-y, va prendre des boosts directement. Directement, on va pas chercher la balle. Oh la belle passe.
Ma bum, bien joué.
Oh putain, il s'adosse, il m'a fait une passe et ça va tout droit dans les cages.
Toi, t'es pas un attaquant en fait, t'es un milieu toi, Kevin. Sur le jeu.
Je sais pas c'est quoi milieu ni attaquant.
Ah, celui qui crée le jeu quoi. Le
Ah,
passeur.
Capteur. Ah, bah tu mort. Bon, on va te faire voir par contre.
Inès, il est plus fort que toi?
Ah putain, je pouvais pas sauter après. Oh, j'aurais pu sauter, c'était mort. Ouais, mais... Ah, putain. J'ai pas dirigé mon ballon durant mon arrêt-game. Pas ça, non. J'y vais. Là, va pas. Je suis après de le stocker au sol. Ok. Bon.
Bah tu l'as. Pas de boost.
Vas-y, Tiffen, à toi. Tu peux booster pour l'engagement. Il avait pas à le dire.
Belle.
Voilà, je t'ai vu t'approcher, je me suis dit, allez, là c'est le moment. Vas-y. Dommage.
Tirer, c'est avec quoi?
C'est pas tiré, en gros c'est toi qui vises.
Il n'y a pas de tirer, il y a juste...
Faut toucher la balle.
Mais t'es habitué au jeu trop simple en fait. Là tu déplaces ta voiture, tu accélères, tu freines, tu sautes, mais t'as pas de touche pour faire une action ou un truc.
J'ai plus sa mère. Ok, faut que je me reconcentre parce que là, je suis nul à chier.
T'as juste la direction, accélérer, freiner, sauter, booster. Des actions principales, c'est pas des actions... T'as pas de touche pour tirer, faire de passe, etc.
Ouais, j'y vais. Merde, j'y vais pas.
Bien joué.
Une fois, ok. J'ai cru qu'il avait marqué contre son camp. Ah, dommage, pas bon.
Je reviens.
Alors, c'est là mon camp. Alors, c'est là mon camp. On va prendre du monster, vas-y.
Ok, je suis allé prendre un truc pour me rebooster.
Ouais, c'est ce que je t'ai dit quand t'étais pas là, va prendre un monster. Oh merde.
C'est bon les monsters ou c'est dégueulasse?
J'en sais rien, j'en ai jamais goûté de ma vie.
Et toi Inès?
Putain,
Ça va, il y en a qui sont beaux, il y en a qui sont dégueulasses.
j'ai chié mon dérapage.
Le normal il est bon?
Non.
Faudrait que je goûte un Red Bull normal. Vas-y. Ok, ah non. Stéphane, là c'est pour toi là.
T'as cru toi.
Bah ouais, mais j'essaie de le faire tirer. Aussitôt qu'il peut pas tirer, bah je le fais pas, je le tire moi-même. Stéphane? Ah merde, désolé, c'est moi.
Bien joué parce qu'en vrai c'est Tiffen qui m'a gêné.
Ouais, il t'a décalé. Tiffen! Dommage.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
Putain!
Ok, ah merde, ok, je croyais que c'était lui qui l'avait marqué tout seul.
Non, y aller. Vas-y, prends-le. Tu peux booster hein, sur les hauts. Sur les coffres.
Boutap.
Ah,
Hop.
dommage. Là, t'as failli te prendre un truc de bâtard, quoi. Bon, ben là, autrement dit. Ah, putain.
Autrement dit, oui, vas-y.
Oh, tu vas dévier le pro. Fais gaffe, je les pète. Ouais, voilà. C'est bien. Ah non. Vas-y, touche là. Oh, elle est belle. Ah, putain, je peux te toucher. Oh, c'est bon. Ah, c'est bon.
Bon, venez, on regarde le truc là.
C'est pas fini encore.
Ça là, je vais tuer en vrai.
Quel, c'est pas fini?
Le match avant, pour savoir pour connaître notre adversaire.
Ah, on attend et après...
Bah, une fois qu'il sera fini, on pourra y aller.
Ça dure combien de temps?
Je sais pas.
Je suis là.
Fais gaffe, va pas trop proche. Ouais, voilà, c'est pour ça que je te dis de prendre de l'espace. Oh putain, tu t'es fait bug toi, non?
Ouais.
J'ai vu que c'était pas normal ce que t'as fait. Tu fais tricher les mamies toi ou quoi?
Wesh.
Oh oui, t'es fan? Ah, dommage. Non. Oh oui, là tu peux y aller. Oh, elle est belle. Oh, j'ai cru qu'il avait fait une double
On
tap.
aurait cru Jules. On aurait cru Jules au début.
Oh, j'ai cru qu'il avait fait une double tap, je me suis dit, oh oui, là c'est bon.
Bah,
Non, il a pas eu de chance, il a pas eu de chance.
triple tap, il aurait pu faire.
Attention, je vais te l'envoyer. Oh, bon alors là. Ah, dommage. Ça va? Ah, de merde. Alors, je sais pas ce que j'ai fait avec ma caméra. Je sais pas ce que j'ai fait que de la merde. J'arrive pas d'appuyer sur X. Vas-y, Stéphane. Là, tu boostes à fond dessus. Ouais, bien. Là, va au milieu des cages. Oh, je peux. Non.
Non, putain, c'était décollé.
Net. C'est peine. Putain, parfois sur les murs, je rate une tâche, ça me saoule. Bon, là, j'ai fait un dash. Je vais. Oh, la petite enroulée. Ah, tu l'avais pas vu venir celle-là.
Non, pas du tout.
Ah ouais,
Ah.
extérieur plutôt arcade. Eh ouais, qu'est-ce que c'est?
C'était qualitatif. Vas-y, Stéphane, tu comptes sa balle de tête.
Attends.
Oh. Tiens. J'y attendais tellement pas qu'il se mette une lucarne. Ah ouais, c'est
C'est beaucoup 400 ou pas?
Ouais, c'est pas mal.
quoi? Oui, 400, c'est bien.
Toi t'as 1000 donc.
Non.
Bah oui.
Mais elle était difficile à arrêter aussi.
Non, c'était largement arrêté. Oh, alors, je l'avais déjà bien aimé. Hein. Mais j'ai pas réussi. Stéphane. Oh, bien. Ah merde.
Captain, tout à fait.
Il y avait une mine à tête chercheuse qui est arrivée. Vas-y, prends-la. Vas-y, je vais te parler par le chat maintenant.
Pourquoi?
Parce que au moins je réagis plus rapidement par le chat. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dit là? Ouais, ça aussi,
Golazo! Il y a des trucs gratuits à la boutique Inès ou pas?
Ouais.
C'est quoi?
Bannière de joueurs.
Attends, laisse.
Non, j'arrive pas à aller. T'es peine?
Non, j'ai plus de boost.
C'est pour ça que je te dis qu'il faut pas l'utiliser.
Mais je l'avais utilisé quand tu m'as dit quand j'allais te dire laisse.
Non, et là, il y avait une lettre qui allait arriver.
Attends, laisse-moi tirer.
Vas-y. Ah
Lucarne.
merde, c'est derrière moi, c'est peut-être pas la meilleure idée, mais bon. De base, je pourrais faire un, mais bon.
J'ai voulu jouer et j'ai perdu.
Attends, je le cherche. Ah voilà, il est là. Oh non! Oh mais t'as tiré le trop là. Et moi j'ai commencé ma life trop tard. Je pouvais rien faire, surtout que j'ai commencé mon actuelle, t'as mis un flip sur le côté.
On quitte?
Je regarde s'ils ont fini. Non, par contre, la K-Corp, ils sont en train de remonter. Il y avait 3-0 pour les BDS. Et là, 3-3.
Ah, mais qu'est-ce que tu fous? Il y a une autre côté de la terre, j'ai tourné comme un chien là, regarde-moi, Aka.
Et là, t'es damicage.
On va y teubé. T'es en train de tourner en rond là. Oh ben non, parce que ah oui, ça peut rien faire, je suis derrière toi.
La K-Corp, ils sont en train de les défoncer par contre. Les BDS.
Ah bon?
Ouais. Il y avait vraiment 3-1. Là, ils sont remontés à 3-3 sur le BO7. Et sur le dernier match, là, il y a 2-0.
Oui, go, hey.
Mais non, pas go. Tu vois bien qu'il est dessus.
Mais non, je vois pas.
Ben si t'as la caméra ballon, tu le vois. Bah oui, sauf que c'est avec pas la caméra ballon.
Je suis oublié.
Ouais, je me concentre, je fais abstraction. Vas-y, tu.
J'ai failli faire un sneak pinch là.
Ouais, t'as failli. Stephen. Non mais, t'as cru que tu me fais avoir comme ça toi?
Bah je sais pas, moi j'étais dérangé.
Tu m'as dérangé 0 là. Ah, wow, elle est partie. Et ben
Non. Dommage.
J'y vais.
J'ai paniqué.
J'ai compris que t'allais paniquer. T'as cru qu'elle l'était pas, hein?
Non, non, je savais qu'elle y était en plus.
Ah,
J'y vais.
j'y vais.
Merde. Non. J'aurais pas dû y aller. Je l'ai.
Oh, oh dommage, t'as failli faire une passe.
Ah, bien joué.
Ouais, bien joué, bien joué.
Ah,
Allez,
j'ai plus de manette.
Stéphane.
J'ai plus de manette.
Bon. Oui, bah t'inquiète, on va pas marquer, t'inquiète. On t'attend.
Attends, y a personne.
Ouais, t'inquiète. Waouh, j'ai eu un rollback. Ça va Inès, ta manette?
Ah bah, j'ai pas de manette, je les ai tirés, c'est pas une blague.
Ah, t'as pas de manette, faut que tu remettes le contact.
Allez, c'est à moi.
C'est bon?
Frustrum.
Oh, j'en ai vu deux qui faisaient un cours derrière moi.
Ouais, il faut que je me concentre.
Vas-y.
J'y vais. On va rêver les
D'accord, j'ai
dimanches.
pas vu.
Oui, mais c'est totalement ça.
Stéphane, tu te vas où? Pas grave, t'inquiète pas, c'est pas grave, il y a pas vu. Va y avoir vu. nickel.
Oui, oui, il va y avoir un but.
Après comme avant, tu la mets en dessous.
Ça y est, la CACORP ils ont gagné. Donc on est contre la CACORP.
On quitte là?
Non, attends, ça commence pas.
Attends.
Ça, il suffit que tu ailles sur mon live et tu la verras. Hein.
Mais même sur Rocket League, je la vois.
Oui, donc... Ah mais c'est vraiment que les Switch, il y a de la discrimination dans les jeux vidéo, moi je trouve.
C'est quoi discrimination?
Tu comprendras.
Discrimination, c'est quand il y a des inégalités entre certaines personnes.
Ah, homme-femme.
Suivant des... Ouais, voilà. Suivant des... Bah ouais. Putain, je suis en train d'expliquer un truc en même temps que je joue.
Je t'ai fumé.
Voilà comment j'ai été statique. J'ai tourné en rond. C'est des inégalités suivant différentes personnes, suivant certains... comment dire? Certaines actions. Certains paramètres, voilà, c'est ça que je cherchais.
Je rêve ou t'as failli la mettre tout seul, Kevin?
Oui, il a failli la mettre tout seul. Allez, tiens. Stéphane? Oh non, t'as été vers l'intérieur. Tant pis. Là, c'était le moment parfait pour qu'il y aille. Voilà. Là, t'as eu tout ton temps. Jouer.
Oui, j'y suis. Dans le centre, clairement pas.
Oh non, non. À quel moment elle touche le poteau?
Ça y est, ça.
Ouais, merci Stéphane. Oh, Stéphane à toi? Ah, dommage. Ouais, alors ça, moi je vais prendre un retour de contre là. Je vais prendre un contre phénoménal. Là. Ouais, ben là... Oh yes. Oh, Stéphane, je te déteste. Ça va, yes. Non.
Haha, haha.
Oh ben, ça marche tout seul. Merde.
Mais ton heureux, c'est ta maintenant.
Oh, dommage.
Pour revenir des mains. Je lag là. Ok.
Stéphane, alors là. Oh, dommage. Je suis une merde. Putain, pourquoi je l'ai pas contrôlé? J'ai pas réussi à contrôler correctement. Oh, il y a une tentative de contrôle et ben...
Dans 3 minutes.
On y va ou pas?
Ok, là, bah là, je
But en or.
quitte.
But en or.
Ok.
Jamais on va le marquer pendant longtemps. Tiepet, je vais te défoncer la race. Il était en train de marquer contre son compte. Eh merde, vas-y, la ghost cut. Eh ben non. Il y avait un beau truc, hein, il y avait une belle envie. Je sais pas. Je me suis dit, même sans bouger, il va réussir à marquer. Eh ben non. Oh, celle-là. Alors, celle-là, mon grand celui-là. Alors, celle-là.
C'est bon, j'ai quitté.
Ouais, moi aussi.
Attends, je vais à la boutique avant de mettre.
Allez.
KC's reverse sweep attempt was successful, proving themselves worthy of a grand finals. Now we prepare for two massive forces in the French community to collide. Welcome back to the European qualifier #1. I'm Leaf, CJ, and Cole on the desk to amp up for what we got coming our way.
Jackets off.
Oh
Guys,
my goodness.
Guys, what's going on? I thought we were in for a cozy 4-0 from BDS.
It was looking at it. No.
It wasn't the team I was expecting to do the 4-0, but I thought, you know what? That's all right. I'll go to bed after this, you know. Well, I might watch the grand final in bed. Well, actually, I forgot I was on the desk, so that doesn't matter. I'm here anyway. But reverse sweep. Like, what is happening? We saw the first semi-final, second semi-final, as I said we'll match you. We'll match it right to the same caliber, the same level. Cole, it was insane.
Yeah, I mean, CJ, you look like you need a glass of water after that because it must have been thirsty work. It's a glass of water. That's what you say, isn't it? Water?
Yeah, water.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's like the way things started. Team BDS was stunning. Was carrying on his amazing form. He got what, 4 goals in one game and.
Ouais, le comment ça s'appelle, le skin que t'as là avec la voiture.
Direct our statistician, we kept saying no, it's not. We were like,
Tu l'as acheté dans la boutique
yes,
W.
no, it isn't. But it didn't matter. Team BDS 3-0 up.
Ouais, d'accord.
Like, CJ, did
Et
you
comment
see
ça
any way back?
s'appelle?
You were in the midst of it all.
Dis-moi, tu peux aller voir dans tes statistiques, me dire combien de niveaux d'XP que tu as.
324.
Voilà, c'est peut-être pour ça à chaque fois que ça nous dit qu'on peut pas. Ouais, parce qu'il y a une différence de niveau en termes de grade, mais c'est de niveau en termes de d'XP.
This was
à chaque fois.
quite the run. I mean, across the board, we lock in.
Que là, en fait, en regardant, je voulais regarder si je voulais regarder les niveaux que j'avais en compétitif. En fait, ça me met tous les membres du groupe doivent être de niveau 20 ou plus. C'est pas forcément un grade en fait, c'est pour ça qu'il y a vachement de...
And then into the grand finals, CJ, this was just a. I think these are the two teams they had to be given how many fans are watching.
I mean, this is the viewership is absolutely off the charts. Can't wait to see. I mean, how good, ladies and gents. Can I just say how good is this esport? I mean, come on! How good is this esport? We've still got a grand final to go. It perhaps wasn't the expected one, as we've been talking about. K-Corp though, EU, we do get the EU #1 seed from the tournament coming in here, making the grand final. Gentlemates, well, they're the underdogs, but they've done it before. They've beaten world champs. Can they do it again?
Yep. Well, we're going to find out because, ladies and gentlemen, our grand finals is on the doorstep. Carmine Corp versus Gentlemates. This is a matchup that the second that last semis ended, I just wanted to get right into it. What a magnificent set of rosters. Rise Vatira Atto versus Itachi, Seiko, and Juicy. That Vatira Itachi face down. The fact that we have Vatira and Rise back together. Cole, there's so many storylines to latch onto.
Yeah, I mean, every way you look, there's something that can be discussed here. Atto, of course, it's his first matchup, or his first tournament, should I say, in the RLCS with Carmine Corp. He is more than looking the part. You know, he was a player that when they did need a spark in the last series against Team BDS, he was there. He was forcing his car somehow aroundable, forcing a flip reset into a must-see at one point, and I was just like, how on earth is that even possible? And then next to him, CJ, Rise and Vatira, like, they seem like a duo that could go on and dominate this esport for years to come.
I mean, I'd love to listen to the comms from K-Corp.
Itachi.
The communication, the fakes coming through. They were
Itachi et Versax, c'est des anciens de la
the fake of the fake. It was stupid what they were doing. It was crazy. They got the job done, but this is a different opponent.
Il a une revanche à prendre là.
It's an opponent that, as we said, they're the
Ah bah là, oui, une grosse revanche.
They do have that chip on their shoulder.
C'était pareil pour Seiko et BDS.
I don't think they're two-faced. They don't have any pressure at all on them. No one's expecting them, Cole, to step up.
Already Juicy, this is his best ever performance in the RLCS. He's finished 4th once in Spring EU Regional 2 from last season. At Lands, he's got top 5 in Spring Split with Moist, but never has he got to a grand finals at this level. This guy, Leaf, this guy's been there and done it. How important is he going to be for Alpine? Or for Gentleman, sorry.
I mean, absolutely massive. I mean, this is, again, as CJ just said, there's not a lot of pressure on these guys, but I think at the back of their head, there really is, because this is the point where you've now shown the rest of the world you want us, and the people that didn't made an absolute mistake. So I think Seiko's definitely going to have it at the back of his head to say this. We've got to really make a statement here.
There's all sorts of statements to be made. I mean, if you can win, maybe CJ, you can agree with this. Obviously, you've been a player very, very recently. Do some days just feel special, even Championship Sundays compared to others?
Yeah, 100%. And sometimes just the team, you can feel it. You can feel the energy. Sometimes it just feels like you can't lose. And honestly, I reckon K-Corp had that post game 4 of that series. I just think they had so much confidence. They weren't nervous, and all the pressure was on the other side. Whereas, you know, as we said again, Gentlemates just have that unknown factor. It's a completely different series. K-Corp have to reset that now. They're not facing a team that's got the nerves, that's facing potential reverse sweeps. So, I mean, again, just the experience. You just have to look at the players on this team. You've got major champions on one side of things. You've got a world champion. You've just got champions everywhere. It's just 2 teams of champions. It's fantastic. And then you've got the up-and-comers, as we said. You've got Juicy, but these guys, 6 winners. Let's see who can get the job done.
I'm almost surprised that there is only one world champion here among these rosters, and it's Seiko. I was thinking, you said a world champion, I was like, there must be another one between them, but no. The others have won majors, apart from Juicy, but never worlds.
Well, chat, it's time to see who has the fastest fingers in chat. Start spamming away. 2 massive orgs facing off against each other. This is, I have no idea which way this is going to go. And I think there was a lot of internal debate for the analysts as well, for us, because looking at how both of these squads have been playing, I genuinely see a world where either one of them walks away a victor after this best of 7. Let's see what we finally landed on for the analysts here, because there were a couple people, and I can't. Cole and CJ, you did go the other way. It was Cole that finally said, "I have to go against the grain. I have to."
It just feels like one of those days today, like I was saying to CJ, where something special is brewing, and I feel like the new blood in Gentlemates, new team, 3 players not played together before, everything is falling for them, and Juicy is my key man to watch, because he can go into his shell, but we've not seen a sign from that at all with Gentlemates, and when he's feeling happy and confident, like, he's capable of dragging his team to a championship victory.
And I'm with him, but I'm not with him. I've got cake, but I truly feel that this is so possible for Gentlemates. And coming into this, we thought surely it's either going to be K-Cop, surely it's going to be Vitality, maybe BBS, maybe BDS, maybe Gentlemates as that other team. This is just this. If the 2 semi-finals is anything to go by, Leaf, this is going to be one of the greatest matches in Rocket League history.
And I'm expecting exactly that, and I bet you guys want to watch it.
Ah oui, pour casser, j'avais pas regardé
Grand
ça.
finals have arrived after an insane 2 semifinals. You know that the Rocket Gods have chosen today as their favorite. Vatira versus Itachi, Blue Wall versus the Gentlemates. It's time to crown this weekend's champion.
It was only 4 months ago at KC versus the World where it was Eversex and Itachi's last hurrah for the Carmine Corp organization. They ended up losing, tears streaming down all the players' faces as the emotion knowing that ride, Johnny, was over. But now, coming into today, a new ride has opened up, and it's been also very fun.
There's just so many rivalries, there's just so many different storylines, and once again, these teams collide, but now they've had a bit of a switch up. It's a reunion of Vatira and Rise, and they're kicking things off with a fake kickoff. They've conceded the possession the very next touch, so they only worked for so long. And that's already quite promising to see out of them. Maybe taking a look at what happened in the other semi-final earlier on today.
When KC have won, they have been utterly dominant, at least for large periods of time. Both these teams were forced to fight for it in the last semi-finals. Vitality finally eliminated from an event, and there's shots like that from Itachi.
Oh, what a finish by Itachi. Juicy with a long pass. Saved the mind game. Vatira could have gone for that a whole lot earlier, but he thought Seiko was popping it middle.
Mais là, c'était même plus au pixel près. C'était au micro milliard de millimètres près.
He was having none of it. Now Juicy yet again, the greatest result in Juicy's young career, through to his first Grand Finals. Why not go and make it a first Grand Finals victory? Rise now, off the sides. Gonna drop into the midfield. Itachi, nice layoff pass. Juicy.
Améliorer la qualité de la vidéo.
Almost able to get through, but enough time bought.
Je vais améliorer la qualité de la vidéo parce que là c'était pourri.
Phenomenal defensive job there. Elusive, avoiding the demo, staying in the play long enough to get Rise back into position. You said it exactly right. I mean, Juicy and Gentlemates, they were not the team that anyone expected to be winning this event. Getting top 4, sure. I think a lot of us expected that, but getting the win over the other 3 French-speaking super teams. Yeah, I don't think I saw many of those predictions at all, but Itachi, he's done it before. He's had a bunch of regional championships to his name. That would be, I think, one of the sweetest of all, beating his old teammate Vatira.
There was only one consensus coming into this event, which was Vitality and KC.
Ah merde,
1 and
il y a
2, maybe
un
1A,
chargement.
1B. Gentlemates are trying to beat both of them in one day. What a statement that would be for their season. Seiko, backboard, double tap. Rise is there to save it.
Yeah, they could take down the other 3 teams in one weekend. They beat BDS in the opening match of Swiss, of course. Now they've beaten Vitality today. They're trying to take down all of the biggest rivals in 3 days. I mean, that is one way to announce yourselves as the new top team in Europe, but with how close everything's been today, I think we need to see more. So let's go and do that right now then, shall we? We've got half a game to go. KC are testing the waters. They're yet to find a clean way through. God, see, Gentlemate's synergy is just phenomenal. Hato with a flip reset, though. He's hit this one a bit too high, but Vatira won this 1-1. And it was the back post approach for Vati. that left the shot undefendable.
Yeah, it ended up putting it too high, but the pop out afterwards, Hato utilizing the crossbar to try and get extra power to get that over to Vatira. One each. KC looking to try and continue their run. They have won their last 4 games in a row, trying to make it 5, trying to start off this series with a win.
You know, it's KC who have got all the momentum right now. They're on 4 straight game wins. Gentlemates took their semi-final against Vitality against the run of the momentum. Vitality were on almost a 3-game win streak in that series, and then Gentlemates at the very last second took it away from them. 2 very different journeys to get to the grand final. It's a double commit from Gentlemates, but they have got some distance with the clear, enough to buy time for the recoveries to come through. Atto just shoots first time. Now, definitely faking an infield pass there, mixing things up with the direct shot that you'd usually expect to be saved. This is just such a great mix-up by KC, and that is going to be open for Vati. Atto with the demo on the goalkeeper to leave the net open.
Yeah, Juicy saw the situation and realized there was nothing to be done. Wiped off the face of the map. 2-1.
Ah, ça va être très dur.
These are both teams that are capable of fighting against the run of play. Both of them have at least been against 3-game winning streaks from their opponents today. Tachi, nice off the demo. Juicy's not going to go too much further along. Gentlemates after getting the first goal from Itachi, looking for the second.
Juicy's got a good chance of this one. He tries for the flip reset ceiling double, got the ball to go a bit behind him though, just tough to catch up with. And now Vatira and Rise have gotten a bit of a pickle there, driving into each other, trying to be very quick to the second ball, but Atto comes away with it, and he has been unstoppable in offense so far, both on and off the ball.
Backboard, Seiko lays claim. 100 boost was stolen from them. Rise pops the ball up. Vatira realizes that he was not getting anywhere near it. Juicy pre-jumped it before the ball was even hit. Now Rise tries for the sidewall double tap. Very difficult to read as a defender. If it goes right, you've got to try and scamper back nice and quick. Backboard yet again. Gentlemates. Oh, they're up against it. And Vatira has a hat trick.
Atto was just so quick to this second ball, completely dusts Juicy, and Seiko was not ready for that. He thought at the worst Juicy was going to get a piece of that.
Merde.
Past him, and Vatira slots for his 3rd goal of the game. It's hat trick for Vati as KC look to go 5 games in a row on Championship Sunday.
They've been unstoppable. And that was with their tournament lives on the line. I think every single game since then, it just felt like they were playing off house money. Vatira looks to try and wipe out Juicy yet again. Juicy's pre-jumps working out very well defensively, but they need more than defense right now. Half the game left to go. And ever since they scored the goal, Gentlemates have not looked like a threat. As there's another bump, and Rise has wiped out the competition again.
Vatira's got 4 goals. I mean, this is a statement opening game by Vatira, the KC captain. You know, he built this team to take down Vitality. He didn't have to do that today because Gentlemates have done that for him. But you know he wants to win against everybody else just as much. This guy is one of the most winning-addicted players in Rocket League history, one of the most competitive players in Rocket League history. He makes for great entertainment as KC stomp Gentlemates in Game 1.
It's going to be a question of whether or not that slog of a previous round where they had to fight back would have worn KC out. Oh, dearie me, that is not the case. They are in fine form, and Gentlemates are the ones that have got to pick up the gauntlets.
Yeah, they were completely out-pressured in that first game. KC had them in the back third for most of it, and even after getting an opening goal, Gentlemates couldn't really hold on to the midfield for extended periods of time. That is definitely a bad sign against a team like Carving Corp. That is how Vatira's KC, alongside Itachi and Exotic, played all of last season. It was about midfield control. It was only the rise of the other EU super teams, Vitality and BDS, has stopped them from doing that to just about everyone. But yeah, Gentlemates didn't get to see a lot of the midfield that game, just 5 shots to their name against the 11 of Carmine Corp. The one shot that they did get to go in, it was a peach from Itachi, top pins with perfection.
We're just sort of looking at the form coming into this. The last 5 games, Carmine Corp have won all of their last 5. Gentlemates have won 1 of their last 5. It's might potentially be 2. I might be getting some things mixed up.
Oh yeah, it'll be 2. It'll be 2.
Yeah, it will be 2. Either way, it's they've got a losing record coming into this over the last 5 games.
I've got a better, well, more dramatic stat then for you. I guess one of their last 4. They won the previous one to that, so we'll just cut that one off the list. Forget about 5, 1 out of 4. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the issues that you've got to deal with as a pro player, as pro teams. You've got to be able to start a series strong after that 1 hour wait. They played their semi-final at the start of the day. KC at the start of the series, coming in hot. That's not a surprise. It kind of flips, so at the end of the series, that's where KC might start to run out of steam. They've got to manage their energy, they've got to manage their emotion, and for Gentlemates, it's about getting back to that level that they were at earlier on against Vitality.
Vous devez au moins aller en gagner 2.
Semi-final. Very well.
S'ils en gagnent 2, ça serait pas
Reminder
mal.
as well that both these teams do have access to their timeouts. Some big news as well.
Non, faut qu'ils gagnent tout, point barre.
Ouais, mais s'ils gagnent pas.
Qu'ils en gagnent 4.
After that, it's always impressive because usually you only call a timeout after you've just lost a game. Your team's not got the momentum going into it. Tira is just gonna pass back to a toe.
I think Ryzen might have actually just accidentally faked the ball for the first time. Most of their fakes have been fully intentional. So much faith was put in him to hit it that nothing really came from that for Gentlemates. Like, what can Juicy do here? That's a great flick from not much momentum. Atto catches it beautifully, shows how it's done when it comes to getting the ball out of defense safely. Zero continuation, stopped pretty much dead on the halfway line at the peak of his air dribble.
Here goes a toe, looking for the outplay. He's gone off the ceiling, and Itachi will clear. So I don't think was going to get there anyway. Itachi on 0 boost, and he's kind of put himself out of the play for nothing here. Layoff pass to Vatira. Boost keeps being stolen. This is starting to feel like a continuation of game 1. Seiko looking to try and end that, and he has got a shot on target. Vatira sees it away.
That's spectacular by Seiko, and now he's rattled the bar, and Juicy's shot back to back across the box from Gentlemates. Seiko coming to the other side now. That one is easily cleared by Vatira. Juicy played exceptionally well in the back corner there. 2 50-50s going his way as Karmikart looked to put the pressure on.
Yeah, Juicy's played some immaculate defense, but I don't think he wants to be doing that anymore. Itachi, nice jump, gets to the ball, fake out from Rise. It's bump for his troubles. Now Juicy called back in, and he's leaving it. And maybe realized he doesn't want to try and control it as much as he initially thought. Vatira looking for the outplay, and they had to try and cover high and low.
A great read by Seiko. Vatira being very sneaky there. He had a flip to work with, so he waited as long as possible before using it. Seiko's reactive defense today and his predictive defense as well. And outstanding. That recovery from Itachi, just sliding down the wall, letting his momentum take him towards the boost. A lot of players would have messed up that recovery and wasted boost in the process. Now here comes Itachi 1v1 with Atto. He's got support behind him. And he can't get a touch on Atto. He can't get the ball past him either. It's Atto in defense, and now he's going the other way, and he'll also be stopped.
Off the wall. We're quite happy to see that, actually. Rise tried to keep this one going. Seiko, bumps from Juicy that might open up some gaps, but Toe did recover quickly enough. Now they're breaking away. Everyone's trying to get back. Musty off the backboard, and somehow Juicy knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, great cover by Juicy. All he's got to expect, the unexpected. In case here in those kind of positions, Vatira controls to follow up touches. Atto and Rise both lunging at the ball. They do come away with it. You've got Vatira behind them, so I mean, if there's one guy behind you that you're going to have faith in covering you when you do double commit, you know, Vatira's pretty close to the top of that list. If Vatira just pre-jumps to block Gentlemates to the near post again, 0-0. Gentlemates could really use a goal here. They've been struggling when it comes to offensive firepower, not just in this series, but the tail end of the prior as well.
Rise off the ceiling, tries to chase it up. Juicy gets a good challenge. Itachi turns. It's a little bit of a miscommunication here. Gentlemates thought they had more time than they actually did. Now 0 boost for Itachi. So I think he knows about it, but now they're trying to...
Let's go!
Shoulder barge, shoulder tackle. Do whatever you've got to do.
Oh, what a play by Juicy. You realize that slow, yes, but on target. That shot from Itachi was destined for the net. As long as he could slow down the last defender, that's exactly what he did. Juicy just sacrificed himself to let the ball roll in uncontested.
They've been in this position before. They ended up losing it 3-1. It's an awkward bounce for everybody as well. Vatira, backboard, trying to get the bump. Juicy avoids it.
Defensive 50 still doing work for Gentlemates, but they're being spread pretty thin here. Big gaps in the midfield. Itachi patiently waits for the ball to come to him. Atto can start again in the back corner. The ball doesn't bounce all that nicely for him though. That wasn't a natural takeoff pattern. Decided to go on the ground bounce instead, and sort of worked out as Rise and Vatira joined the attack.
All of our top 4 teams, they have been so intent with the demo plays. It's partially trying to outplay, it's mostly just trying to avoid being attacked. Now off the backboard yet again, Itachi realizes he's got to go early, otherwise he was going to get wiped out. The play on the ball is maybe 40% of the story in these sort of matches. Your eyes have got to be everywhere, not just
No!
Because that stuff like that can happen!
Well, you mentioned it, Shogun, it's a play off the ball. How about Atto and Vatira bumping defenders out the way? They've cleared the path for Rise. And of course it would be Rise, one of the most prolific goal scorers in the final 10 seconds of a game. He's tied it in game 2, 8 seconds to go.
No.
Double kickoff for KC. They're going for the big win, and they've got the net open, but not the angle of the shot. It's Rise! Surely! I cannot believe it, they've done it!
The bot kickoff! Send both of them! It worked immaculately! 2-1 with a singular second on the clock.
That's absolute genius. They've called that. They've realized that the double kickoff is going to crush what Gentlemates are doing. And Gentlemates have tried to send one back at them, but it hasn't worked. Unbelievable from KC. What a call to play 2 players in the kickoff. It's something you'll see like in bronze games, but at pro level, it can actually work. If the other teams do not see it coming, they don't get a big goal side 50, you're getting dunked on. And the other team's close cheater is right in on the play.
I haven't seen that since we 4v3'd some of these teams, Johnny. Like, that was unbelievable. I cannot believe they have had the sheer gall to actually go for that after you've just brought this game back. And Gentlemates will feel like they've been robbed.
They will. They'll feel like, what were they supposed to do here? Because they've been bumped out the way 2 times with 8 seconds to go for Rise of all people to score. And then Rise has scored again with 1 second to go. It just feels so scripted for Karmine Corp at this point. Gentlemates will definitely feel pretty salty about that one. It might be the most cringe way to lose if you poll the general Rocket League fan. You've lost to multiple bumps and a kickoff goal. It doesn't get much worse than that for most Rocket League players.
How on, if you describe that to me, I'd have said that was a ones game that just happened, not a grand final in the RLCS.
To me, honestly, like I say that general Rocket League fan reaction to me is pure brilliance, beautiful Rocket League, great goals. I mean, a kickoff strategy in pro play. This is Christmas come early.
He's gonna be so happy for the rest of the week. Maybe who won't be quite so happy is the team that you can see on your screen right now, Gentlemates. 1-0. And with 10 seconds left, it all comes crumbling down. And somehow, Johnny, that's not the first time we've told that story today.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think the bigger problem for Gentlemates is that at no point during this series so far have they established extended midfield control or really extended offense at all. They've been on the back foot for a ton of this series, and they have used defensive 50-50s to their advantage. They have been making some key goal line saves and goal line plays, but where's the offensive firepower that scored at will against Vitality early on in the semi-final? They need something more here. They need to start producing the goods, and I think it really does come down to having a bit more faith in each other, trusting that the pass will land, making that preemptive run, and actually giving each other options.
Okay, I'm just saying one thing. Surely we're not getting another reverse sweep today. Gentlemates need to win this game, or they are very much up against it in our grand final. Off the backboard, Atto will recover just in time. And Atto has not put a foot wrong, ironically, as he goes to the opposite side of the field, and it's just wide.
Just such smooth ball control by Atto, and now Juicy trying to replicate the other way. And it's in off the half volley. What a ground shot by Juicy. Rise was in position to try and save this one. Juicy just absolutely smacked it. And yeah, Rise just didn't have the pace to get back, didn't have the boost to elevate, could not keep out a shot of that magnitude from Juicy.
That first touch was just brilliant. Kept the angle of it, but also had the ability to move on for the hook shot. K-Dog would be proud.
Oh,
Let's go!
Juicy makes it 2. Itachi 50s it to him. Juicy with a ceiling double. And then the backboard touch as well. I mean, I had to watch that again to see if Vatira got any piece of it. He didn't. It was just Juicy with a triple tap off the ceiling and the backboard.
Well, he spotted the gap and he went for it.
Oh,
Juicy, who on
la
earth
précision
is
du
this
gars.
player? He was good on Moist. He is phenomenal on Gentlemates.
Oh yeah, mate, we're talking about lacking offensive firepower. There's your offensive firepower. That's one of the best goals we've seen all weekend. It's probably one of the best goals we're going to see all season. A pinpoint triple tap from that position over Vatira. You really do not get much better than that. Now, Gentlemates have got a great chance to establish themselves in a strong position.
I feel like I can't say anything is for certain today, though. Johnny, 2 goals, and I do not feel confident in this for Gentlemates whatsoever. They will feel much the same. They want that third. Long clear, is it in? It's off the post.
The inside of the post to the rescue for Gentlemates. If that bounce a tiny bit more to the left, it was in. A tiny bit more to the right, I think Vatira's got the read. But it clipped the inside of the post perfectly to take it away from Carmine Corp.
Itachi has to fake challenge. He's up against Rise. Managed to slow down the play on that. Though Rise was on 0 boost. Now that from a toe is actually incredibly not the right decision.
Yes.
Your team's on low boost. The last thing you've got to do is up the pace of the play.
Yeah, Atto is looking for a low 50, but he got completely dunked on. And Itachi sends it into the top corner. Well, Gentlemates have really woken up here. This is phenomenal stuff from them. And, you know, with Seiko sitting back, we talked about Vatira being one of the best players to sit back and be that reliable third. Seiko today has been...
Là, ils sont réveillés. Hein.
Gentlemates when they needed it to be. That's giving Juicy and Itachi such confidence moving forward.
Eversex might very well be seeing an 80% rate.
He can't keep getting away with this.
What on earth just happened?
That's an Atto mid-air handoff to Rise, who leaves the ball after 1 touch, bumps 2 defenders, and gives it back to Atto to score.
Oh putain.
Well, they're back in it. 3 minutes, 2 goals.
Le bump était si bien trouvé là par contre.
Championship point off the backboard. Juicy, that's a hard read to make. Did manage to do it. Vatira, reset, there's 1 demo. Looking for another bump again. And Itachi, heroic, able to get rid of the danger, but it's only temporary. It's demos all over the field.
These are some horrifying air dribble bumps to go up against, because they're not one-man air dribble bumps. You've got another player shooting the ball immediately after the bump lands. But Gentlemates have survived. That's a big clear, and it's an awkward bounce for Vatira as well. Seiko did not think it was going to be left alone there. He wasn't prepared to just send it on target.
Yeah, the last thing you're expecting is for it to be easy.
go.
Oh, Seiko will not take a second opportunity. He just needed to see it one more time. 4-1. And surely we're not going to see a sweep.
Oh, that must have felt good for Itachi. I think he put all of his energy into that back wall bump after the goals they've been conceding. That must have felt like retribution. Another 3-goal lead. And Gentlemates, I like that they've responded with aggression to Carmine Corp's aggression. This is what they need. This is how you need to play if you're going to take down any of these top-tier EU teams.
You know when you say a sentence you immediately regret it? Well, I said this, surely not. And as soon as I said that, I was like, actually, I don't know just yet. Maybe give it another minute. KC. Oh, that's so awkward for them. Itachi slowed down the play as well. Wanted the bump shots. Or the block shots. Seiko pops the ball to himself. Rise is just shadowing him. Wants to see what can Seiko cook up. Usually a very dangerous thing to allow Seiko that much time on the ball.
Well, Juicy and Itachi feeling pretty comfortable moving in close here. KC really don't have a lot of momentum to play with. It's tough to get life into a ball there. With just over a minute to go, if KC are going to try and keep up this, what is it now, 6-game winning streak, looking for a 7th, and they got to score soon, but it's not them scoring soon, it's Seiko. He called the bluff in the near post. He sensed that there may not be a lot of boost in this position for KC. He slams it into the top shelf.
This has been so good for Gentlemates. Because now that mental barrier will be gone. You now know, hey, not only can we score on this KC squad, we can do it multiple times, and it's not as difficult as we thought it was. Neversax, yet again, has worked magic after a timeout. Vatira up to himself, off the backboard, trying to keep the game alive. And that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, if they are going to do something, it's got to be now. It's got to be on this play. Yeah, as they press to try and get a goal, they're kind of confusing each other. Carmine Corp, Gentlemates seem like they've done more than enough in this game. Seiko playing it as far away.
Là, peut pas leur arriver grand-chose en vrai.
You know, I've got to say, I'm happy if both teams have. Well, Gentlemates get a win. That means both teams have got a win in the final. With so many Gentlemates fans tuning in today, so many Carmine Corp fans tuning in, I think this is an outcome that all of us neutrals can appreciate, that both teams have had at least one game win to cheer for in a grand final is being watched by major numbers. It's really unbelievable. Welcome to all of you tuning in. If you are watching Rocket League esports for the first time, trust me, it's always like this. You don't need to worry about it. It's always game sevens, so it's inevitable. That's where we're headed. We're just finding out how.
And this is still the qualifier stage. We have a whole season of Rocket League greatness still to come. And with Gentlemates playing this way, Johnny, we might have a whole series of great Rocket League on the way. They're about to make a real match of this.
Yeah, that was much, much better from them. I think, you know, looking back now to the clutch finish for Carmine Corp in the last game, suddenly Gentlemates series doesn't look anywhere near as bad. It looked pretty dire after the last game. They didn't have the offensive pressure. Carmine Corp iced up in game 2 and kind of blew them out of the water in the first game. And now, you know, you look back at that second game and think, well, Gentlemates really could have had that. That was a very close game. And, you know, they could just as easily be 2-1 up here. So they'll be feeling great about how things are going. The Carmine Corp, of course, do still have their timeout. They've got the 2-1 lead. They are still the overall more experienced team, with Juicy being the guy on the pitch who's got the most to prove. But so far, he is delivering. Every single time we ask him to do something, he, you know, scores a ridiculous goal or passes a ridiculous pass. So yeah, so far for me, I'm happy with what I'm seeing from Gentlemates. I think this team has got more in the bag, and this could easily still be their series.
I mean, they could still be looking at that game 2 and thinking what could have been at this point, because they were 10 seconds away from probably leading this series 2-1. Instead, they've had to bounce back. That was a must-win previous game. The thing is, still is, you don't want to be against triple championship points. As we do head over to Manfield Night, Johnny's favorite map is about to become one of these teams' favorite map.
Oh, KC, they're rapidly becoming my favorite team. They've just left the ball in the kickoff. I love it. Absolutely love it. And they've got to be intentional as well. But they've conceded, so clearly don't do that again. Don't listen to don't listen to me. Kickoff strats are pointless. Actually, Juicy's just done a great job there. Passes off to Seiko, who 50s it perfectly back to Itachi. The precision of that 50 by Seiko cannot be understated.
Ah oui, quand même.
Also, as I like to refer to it, as the admin heart attack.
Il s'appelle pas Jules, donc. C'est-à-dire qu'il s'appelle pas Jules, donc normalement il le loupe pas l'open.
Oh wow, Itachi completely dead
Ah merde, attends, faut que je le revoie.
Mais attendez pas. Inch from the initial kickoff, allowing the shot to go in far faster than a cheat usually would.
Ouais, là c'est top goal classique.
Are starting to put together quite the run when it comes to goals. Here come Carmine Corp the other way. No, Seiko's intercepted them early. Atto looking for space, can't find it. Itachi's all over him, doubles it downwards. Seiko decides to just let KC have that one.
It's going to feel quite good after how game 2 ended. Well, they have themselves a 2-goal lead. Does seem to be just something with Vatira and Rise. When they're on a team, the series that they're in just have so many kickoff goals both ways. They do like to play volatile in that way. As now we've got Seiko bumping a toe. If that was on target, that could very well have been 3.
You know, it's mind games at this point from Gentlemates. They're trying to predict what KC are up to. If KC are trying to send the kick off to the back corner, then dead stopping it with a close cheat is going to be just going to score. Right, they did that time. Now, for KC, their POV, trying to play a risky strategy at this stage in the game, at this stage in the series, I don't really have a problem with that. I think it just, you know, that one is just a great read by Gentlemates and a great mechanical play by Itachi to dead stop the ball like that. But, you know, if KC were doing that 11 seconds to go up by 1, that would be a different story.
Seiko narrowly avoids getting wiped off the plate. So has suddenly become a little bit quieter. Like to burst back into action, especially with the rest of KC. Itachi, long shot, Rise has to save. Caresses the ball into the far corner. Realizes he was under threat, and the double commit does come through. Itachi just gonna take over. Big call from him. Realizes we don't need to try and rush this. And you can see Itachi's not going for outplays here. He just tries to force 50-50s. They've got the 2-goal lead. It might be 3. Just wide for now.
Yes, it's such a smart play for Gentlemates. Every time these 50-50s in the back corner, they're giving goalkeepers time. They're just not falling for KC's big dunks and their big blocks that they're going for. They're just getting goal side of the ball, forcing the outplay. And you know, even if you do get outplayed, if you're the first challenge, you've got teammates behind you. It doesn't really matter because your teammates are going to have an easy touch on the ball. And it seems like every time Gentlemates is easy for these players.
Ça s'appelle perdre avec honneur, hein, s'ils perdent. En espérant qu'ils gagnent.
Qu'il gagne, bien sûr.
It was his job already.
J'espère encore plus qu'il gagne par rapport à
now he needs to get back. Well, he's done that. He's got the pass to Juicy, who made that far too easy for Vatira.
He backed off there, Juicy. Did not think Vatira was going to dive, but
oui, c'est clair que moi aussi, je préfère largement Vita à l'attaquant. Mais ça, il n'y a aucun débat. Zéro débat à avoir. Hein.
He's got a bit of space, but not enough. Seiko again dispossesses in midair.
It's just a test that they've got to pass over and over again to Gentlemates. The air dribbles have been the play so far for KC.
On a de la chance que
it's all up to the defense to keep making the right decisions. Don't get bumped. Get in front of the ball. It's a huge amount of work that you've got to get done.
Du coup, il peut un peu pré-shot. Oui, je crois que je vois ce que tu veux dire. Je vais tomber sur l'image directe.
Just over a minute. Gentlemates have kept this calm. They grabbed the 2 opening goals. It's been reasonable since then. And cuts of rotation like that from Seiko help an awful lot. Now trying to put this game away, and Itachi could have done better.
Yeah, he wanted the backboard there, but he didn't get the lift on the ball. Just a slight miss hit on his takeoff, but still looking pretty good here. And it's another air dribble bump pass attempt. But look at Itachi diving out to meet the air dribble bump pass. That is how they need to be playing against this. If you're wondering why are KC stopped air dribble bump passing, they were dominating with that strategy earlier. But it's really more to do with Gentlemates coming out to meet them now. They're not waiting in goal. They're not waiting back.
Ouais, ils se gênent, etc. Là, et les mates, ça panique. Les mates, ça panique là.
If you do that, so good adjustment by Gentlemates on the fly. And suddenly KC are the team lacking offensive firepower.
Yeah, it's something that is a lot more effective, especially in 3s than maybe it is in 1s, because the air dribble bumps, they take a lot of setup. There's a lot of play that you've got to do before that is an actually viable strategy. As Itachi almost able to get it over the line. It does seem like Gentlemates have got this game over the line, though. They've done it. They've got this series at 2 each. They've made the adaptations. Carmine Corp, what have you got left?
Oh, just how good is this team? Itachi, you know, playing, I think, well, definitely second to Vatira, maybe third at sometimes to Vatira Exotic last season. He wasn't the star of his team last season. Seiko as well, you know, sometimes the star, but mostly in the shadow of Monkey Moon during their tenure together. And Juicy, this is just the best we've ever seen from him. For this team to come together and take down not only BDS, not only Vitality, but also Carmine Corp, all in the same weekend. The teams I think most of us had top 3 in Europe. I don't think
the teams that really appreciate how good this is. Top 3 in Europe.
Yeah, did we not as well? I think this has to be the top 3.
Everybody did.
Everybody would have said that, surely. I mean, probably top 3 in the world for most of the viewers watching. But the Gentlemates level was a bit more of a question mark. We didn't see a lot of them in the off-season, and we weren't sure what to expect from them. And now, all of a sudden, they're the team who are running the show. They're the team calling the shots.
Just to put that into perspective, by the way, for those of you that don't quite know what we're referencing to, we did poll the teams prior to this event getting started where they thought their opposition was around. KC and Vitality were by far and away 1 and 2. Gentlemates were rated 5th. They were behind BDS and Oxygen and barely ahead of Magnifico and Moist.
Oh, wow, yeah, they were behind Oxygen as well. That's crazy in hindsight. Obviously, we need to see more than one event from us to know their true level.
Man.
Yeah, this is just unbelievable, though. Now, let's see. It's another double kickoff from KC. They have won it again. This time it looks like Gentlemates were ready to dart back and defend against the follow-up shot. Such a chess match, the kickoffs in this series between these guys. Eversax and Farah, I'm sure, having a lot to do with this behind the scenes.
I mean, we're talking an awful lot about Vitality's undefeated run. Farah still holds on to his as Vitality's coach, moving over to KC. Farah doesn't know what it's like to lose a tournament.
Since he's done playing. I'm sorry.
Well, the best minds in the game. It's reflex after the way we talk to CJ behind the scenes.
I love Farah, but he's winning a bit too much. He's getting a bit too big for his boots. Gentlemates are trying to give him a knock that he's not had in a while here, and so far they are doing just that. Irritable bump pass threatened there from Atto, but Itachi manages to take the ball away from him completely unscathed, and that has been, I think, the theme of the last two games is Gentlemate's ability to avoid Karmine Corp's physical aggression, the off-the-ball plays.
Oh, ceiling reset for Rise. Was still met mid-air. Whoever wins this, double championship point. Seiko and Itachi have got each other's way. That's going to cause all sorts of chaos.
And the shot by Rise is absolutely perfect. Now, goalie's POV on this, pretty difficult to see coming. Itachi was at the near post, not a lot of boost to his name. There's a bit of a flashbang beside the ball as well to just cause even more confusion. It's KC in front. And they are really committing heavily for these kickoffs. Again, the closest shoot imaginable. I'll tell you what, they're coming away with the ball and they're coming away with pressure more often than not.
Oh, Itachi's in all sorts of trouble. He's not going to be able to do anything about it. Itachi was ready for a shot on net originally. When a Toad decides to mix up the play, he had nothing left he could do. He also had to avoid being hit.
Yeah, they're just clinical in these positions. I feel like when this game gets messy, I feel like when the series gets messy, it's KC who look comfortable, and Gentlemates are trying to play a more clean game where they're reading each other and communicating with each other and spreading out across the pitch. KC are just seemingly playing perfect Rocket League with two teammates on top of each other, seemingly blocking each other and going for the same ball. It's in the chaos that they are thriving, and now the investment of 2 games won earlier on starting to look a whole lot better as they regain control.
Just trying to fight over in that corner, get that third goal. Vatira holding the midfield. First time Gentlemates have really been able to push forwards in quite some time. They need 2 goals. Back mid. Atto, I don't think he's going to get there. And he's still able to make the stop.
What? Well, Atto pre-jumped and the shot went low to try and counter that, but Atto then he adjusted mid-air to cover the low shot. Now Vatira's trying to pass middle, but no one's there. No one for KC at least. Well, that was brilliant by Atto. I mean, you can see that he realized he either baited the shot low or he just realized that's where the shot's going. But to adjust and cover it and control the ball, just absolutely perfect in a very tough position.
Now he's brought back in. So I think reset was gained. Itachi's having none of it. So back out. Rise and Atto both going for it. Rise sticks with the play. Good challenges there from Itachi, but he's got no follow-up. KC have been by far the faster team here.
Oh. Rise looking to sneak one past his former teammate Seiko. I think he'll know just as well as any of us, so that's extremely difficult to do. Here he goes again, cutting rotation across the pitch. Rise trying to surprise Gentlemates. That is how KC are always going to play, isn't it? They're not going to sit back and hold on to a 2-goal lead. They're going to try and make it 3. They're going to try and make it 4. They're going to try and destroy their opponent's mentality. And here comes Juicy with a flip reset. He's completely blocked out by Rise. And Atto either decided to leave that. I think he probably did decide to leave it because his touch wasn't going to be all that good.
Itachi, bit of time, tries to infield. Vatira cuts across. And with Rise just showing a little bit of the danger there to Seiko. Trying to rotate a little bit wider. Gentlemates have not had a big opportunity since that Atto pre-jump save. Need to try and develop something else. Off the side, Seiko can't drop it down. Vatira's got the angle and he's got rid of the danger.
You know, I really think that Gentlemates, they need that solo play threat again. That juicy solo play in Game 3 seemed to open the floodgates for them and get KC scared of another angle of gameplay. The team plays are being cut off, and I think KC have got the edge in the physical game quite clearly. It's times like these that you need somebody to take the ball and just put it in the goal, or at least put it in front of the goal for another player to score.
Pop back up, Vatira. No way, leaves it, and Vatira tries to move on in. Play it back into the midfield. Tachi realizes the time has gone away. It will be double championship point for KC. They have answered back in a big way.
KC have control of the grand final. Their first event with the new roster. As Vatira has changed his entire team for the second season running, and it seems like every time it works out pretty well for him. When you are building a team around Vatira, you've got a pretty solid foundation. But Gentlemates have come back from 2 games down already this series. What's a 1-game comeback for them? They need to win 2 out of 2.
Ah merde. Ok.
Yeah, the big question for me is, can they get the heads up on the kickoff battle? Because that's how KC scored their opening goal. The double kickoff trigger is doing work for them. It's getting them tons of pressure straight away.
I'm just still in awe. I just had a chance to see the Atoe save yet again. That is one of the most ridiculous things I have seen. I feel like he understood it just wasn't going to get there in time. Just changed the play partway through it. Either way, it was absolutely incredible. And KC, I mean, they just start off these seasons so well. They did this last year. Winter Major Champions. Even went over to our first tournament over in Rotterdam as the favorites. Weren't quite able to get it over the line. Same might be able to be said of their season as a whole, but they are rewriting it. They have reset. New names, maybe the same old results. Gentlemates have got to try and put a stop to it.
And again, it's that double kickoff. It's every single time it seems to be getting them good positions. It's fascinating because this is obviously not the first time Gentlemates have seen this. KC did not get a goal off of it or the ensuing play in Game 6. Well, they are still just sending absolutely everyone flying into the ball. The aggression is truly unbelievable. It's like they're breaking all the rules that you're supposed to have when you play Rocket League. You're not supposed to double commit with your teammates. You're not supposed to stack in one position on the pitch. Well, apparently when you're Carmine Corp, you don't play by the same rules as everybody else. You're allowed to do all those things.
Oh, Juicy made a big dive forwards. Vatira is now broken away. Good demo from Itachi. Got rid of the numbers advantage that KC was starting to develop. Itachi yet again crushes the challenge, still moves forwards.
You know, I think something we should have probably mentioned, Shogun, is that KC do still have their timeout. They lost 2 games in a row, games 3 and 4, and they didn't call their timeout. They still have that one for Game 7. I mean, when you win Game 5 after making that bold call to not call timeout when your opponents have just put a whole pile of goals past you, you look like a genius. And now they might look like a pair of geniuses. They do. It's Vatira to Atto, and it's 1-0 KC.
Well, as a defender, you look at the situation, you think, oh no, what have I been put into? Well, you're put in the blender. You got mixed up. 1-0 KC.
And Gentlemates, they cannot afford for those plays to happen, especially against this aggressive version of KC. You need to have 2 players back at all times, or your last man is in the worst position imaginable. Juicy's being harassed in his own back corner here, but have KC left an opening at the other end? Yes, they have. It's Seiko. Rise darts back and plays the ball away from him before the shot could come.
Now it's Gentlemates trying to scramble back. Finally have done so, but look at how static they are on the goal line. They are prime targets for demo play should KC want to go yet again. Seiko, oh, he's got a big 1v1. Vatira trying to pre-jump him. Huge angle, drops for Itachi. Stopped on the line. Juicy can't finish the job.
Oh, what a stand by Vatira. Seiko just didn't quite have enough boost to get that double in as quickly as he wanted. But he definitely surprised Vatira with the setup of it. Seiko pre-jumps Vatira's shot at the near post. He's cleared it long. Itachi chasing down, but the ball's gone a fair distance here. Itachi leaves it for Seiko. It's off the post, and now Juicy's diving. While Gentlemates are firing back, but Vatira and the gang are holding strong for now.
That's 4v3 at the moment. KC plus the clock. Can they get it? Oh, it's a doink! It's undone it!
Oh,
what a way
goodness.
to do it!
Itachi with world-class awareness. Look at the positioning. He only had 7 boosts, but he perfectly read the clear, and he put himself in position to help it on its way.
Cole and Stumpy will be so happy, but they won't be as happy as Gentlemates. Although that what smile will be wiped off their faces if this goes in.
It's definitely goal of the season, but not bad shout for goal of the series either. Itachi now with the ceiling reset. He shoots into the crossbar to leave the net open. Rise was there first though. Army Corp once again, first on the scene when that ball lands right in front of their goal.
Oh, Seiko, he's trying to wipe out Vatira, couldn't quite get there. Now we turn across, Itachi doesn't leave it open for Vatira, who's trying to get Juicy. These demos are so annoying to try and figure out who's going for what. Imagine having to keep your eyes darting across the field as a player. You have to be so aware of everything. And even in the most uncomfortable positions, you have to play incredible Rocket League.
Well, Gentlemates are letting these touches get away from them a little bit here. Can't let their control leave them in the most important moments. It's Juicy to the backboard. Rise just
demo
effortlessly takes it away from them. And like you mentioned, that demo leaving no support for Gentlemates, who have been a bit lacking in that second man arrival. Now the ball grinds to a halt, and it's Vatira who comes away with it. It's going more sideways, but progress will commence once Atto joins the fray. Itachi and Seiko throwing themselves into the play there. I mean, it might look like a double commit, but they're both assuming that he's bumping one of us. We've got to both go.
Plus with the pace that teams can recover now. Seiko's backflipped! And he has seen himself out of the play. One misstep is all it took.
Oh, Seiko, he landed in such a weird position. I think he was trying to be elusive. He knew Atto was in his half, so he's trying to drive unpredictably. But in doing so, he ended up on the wrong side of the ball. There was no way for him to beat Rise to that one. No way for him to intercept the ball on its way to the net. And now here comes Atto. Rise has bumped the goalie out the way, but is it too early? The shot's not coming. It is now. Rise makes it 3-1.
KC are marching towards the title. Rise gets rid of Itachi. Look at that.
It's another doink. It's the day of the doinks. It turns out, after all of the new mechanics that players have mastered over the years, reached an absolute climax in 2024. Simply jumping into the ball is the best way to play.
Atto looking to just try and finish it off. Juicy pushes the ball wide. Gentlemates need a goal, and they need it quickly. Vatira not going to be caught out.
Vatira again respecting Gentlemates' final touches in defense. Rise with a great cut there as he watches the infield pass come across. Gentlemates have got 30 seconds. They need something, and they need it quickly. Juicy's popped it upwards, but where's Seiko? Here he comes. It's an awkward one. Drops it down to Itachi, but every single touch is contested by KC.
Oh, that's just not good enough from Seiko. He has to get some power. He's got to test the defenders. They dove on in, and that will do it. KC are going to take Championship Sunday.
Vatira just plays the ball. He saw that fake a mile away. Gentlemates had to commit to everyone. It was getting dire time-wise. They had to go with all their players. That leaves no one back. And it's Carmine Corp who are going to win this one, barring the most ridiculous comeback imaginable. It's not going to happen. That all but confirms it. Carmine Corp, champions of Europe once again.
And Kameto's valiant warriors have finished the job. Well done to them. What a Championship Sunday that was. And we'll do it all again in 2 weeks.
And still, what a run by Gentlemates to make the final, to come back from 2 down against Carmine Corp, to make them work for it. And yeah, they're going to probably need to go and practice avoiding demos and bumps and figure out how to deal with that. That was the most physical game or physical series I've seen in a while from KC. I think it worked brilliantly against Gentlemates who were trying to play the organized defensive structure. I mean, you can't be organized when KC are playing like this. Good luck to you if that's what you're going to try. But if you are a Gentlemates fan who's just tuned into Rocket League, for the first time. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope you've enjoyed the run. And I would back that team to replicate that performance because they didn't look like they were lucky to get here at all. They played brilliant Rocket League.
Yeah, I think all of the teams that we saw today, I would be absolutely shocked if all of them did not win one of these qualifiers at some point over the season. They're just so talented across all of them. See, this one go 4-2. We had 4-3, 4-3 in both of our semi-finals. And Johnny, whilst Vitality's record does come to an end, Farah maintains. He is still undefeated in oh so very long.
Yeah, Farah stocks are an all-time high, but wow, everybody's gunning for them now. The target has moved from Vitality to KC, and if this is going to be the EU top 4, I think we've said it a few times today, if these are the 4 teams who are top 4 every single weekend, I wouldn't mind it. Personally, I don't mind it right now.
So KC take an incredibly competitive Championship Sunday. To break down all of today's action, we go back to the desk.
Absolutely phenomenal showing from Europe over the semis into the grand finals. Congratulations to KC as they shut down the Gentlemates. And as Johnny was saying, honestly, as a fan and as the players on Gentlemates, you have to be happy with the performance today. I think a lot of people probably would have had this team counted out if you just looked at the Swiss round before anything happened. CJ, you might have said, I don't know if they'll make it to top 4, let alone grand finals. So good show on them.
Yeah, they have to be so proud of that first performance. And at the end of the day, we said it from the top on Friday, Cole, it's all about getting top 4. You want to get those major spots. That's where the majors decided. So that's a tick for them. The grand finals are bonus. And I'm sure